Yeah, I've not had or seen wind like this before.
Is it not loaded?
It's running now.
Running?
It's running now, yeah.
Alright. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, wa Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wa Harakah Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And you know, we're the Hebrew Israelites. You know, we're the Hebrew Israelites, man. Come out here to prophesy in the name of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, proclaiming the coming of his son, Yahweh Shai, man, to bring an end to this world. All right. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the scriptures. Let's get Revelations. Also, what's it? I thought we could get Isaiah. Isaiah 41. Yeah, go on.
It's the book of Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren, that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, worship Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of all prophets.
Right, the spirit of prophecy. Alright, we come out here prophesying in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, his word, not our word or our opinions or what we think is going to happen, because the counsel of man could never stand, especially the counsel of the heathen. We know the heathen's got many counsels. The number one heathen is Esau Edom, and he has the counsels all day, but it's the counsel of the Lord that's going to stand, what has been written aforetime. And we're seeing that the prophecies coming to life and manifesting, right? Prophecies of old, right? Isaiah 55 and 10. So shall my word be. Right, let's get that. Right, because the word of the Lord, man, is powerful. It must come to pass. 55 and 11, right? The words of the Lord must come to pass, and that's why we can trust in it, right? Because the Lord is the one true power. Only he has that power to make manifest his will and his word perfectly. Now these people in the world, beginning with these witches and these warlocks, they think they have that power, but they don't have that power, and that's going to be made expressly clear to them when they get brought to their bitter end. When their machinations, when all this witchcraft they're working out here comes to an end, that's when they're going to realize, actually, no, we don't have the knowledge, we don't have the wisdom, neither do we have the power to manifest our own will. That belongs only to Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Yes, go on.
It's Isaiah 47 and 12. It says, Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Right, and this is talking about America. Because America was built by witches and warlocks, idolaters, witches and warlocks, right? The so-called founding fathers,
Masons.
They were all Masons, which the core of Masonry, the inner workings of Masonry is nothing more than occultic, esoteric, Luciferian doctrine, which that's code word for every form of mysticism and witchcraft there's ever been in the earth. That's what they pride themselves in, the knowledge of witchcraft and science. And they put the two of them together and they really think they got the shit going on. And that's what they're working on the people every day. Every day, they're casting spells on the people in various ways.
Constantly.
You know, whether you're talking about numerology, whether you're talking about astrology, whether you're talking about a contract, or what they call script magic through writing, blood magic, sacrifice, sigils. They're working all these things on the people, and the average person doesn't know. The average person is under the influence of these spells. But that's why the Bible told us what we got to put on: the full armor of the Lord. You got all these seducing speakers, demons, people who got demons on them that promote a wicked and demonic way to the people, and when they speak, people get what's it called? They get seduced by them. When really, if you have a spiritual mind and you go into the scriptures, you see right through the bullshit. Like the latest one, the latest demon that's been belched out of the belly of hell is this Princella the Queen Maker. She calls herself some butch-looking lesbian, so-called scholar, and she's leading all these multitudes of women into the way of destruction. Talking about how the man is naturally supposed to be subservient to the woman and all that. And the thing is, these dickheads follow her and they don't even know that she's not really a scholar, she's a witch. She believes in the story of Lilith and all that occultism. I already know that. I already scoped her out and know she's a witch and a warlock.
That's where it really comes from.
That's the root of her power. That's how she's able to seduce these stupid ass women into believing all the foolishness she says.
Because these ideas are not their own. They're not some pioneer. They're not unique or anything.
They're just a demon.
It comes from further back. Knowledge that was already here in the world before, and they're just bringing it out again.
To seduce the people. And she's not the only one. Polite was one of them. All these guys, they're sent out into the world as demons to seduce the people into a way which leadeth to their own destruction. Here it is, she's talking about how the woman is supposed to lead, when you can obviously see that the woman has been leading the ghetto. The ghetto is the #1 place where women lead. Am I wrong? The experiment of women leading has already been done, and it's leading to destruction. But she's coming like she's so learned. Oh yeah, I've read this book and this experiment. And, man, shut the fuck up, man. Just do what the Bible says, which is tried and proven. But she ain't gonna be with the Bible. She's on that under the spirit of Lilith, which I'm gonna do a separate video on that. The demon Lilith.
This is funny, man. That new game Diablo 4 came out recently, right?
The mother of demons.
It's about Lilith.
Yes. Well, yeah, because you know,
Lilith, right?
it's throughout the occultic teachings, Lilith is actually goes back to so-called Jewish mysticism. It was wicked niggas that came up with that Lilith bullshit. And it's even in Greek mythology. Like if you used to watch Hercules back in the day, all the monsters, Lilith is known as the mother of monsters. You watch Supernatural, Lilith was in Supernatural, right? She's known as the first feminist, because that whole feminism thing is nothing but witchcraft. It's satanic. It's Satanism at the highest level. But they ain't gonna come out and tell you that. Go on.
So we go for Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24. It reads, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
That's right. It was the woman that was in transgression first. And then Adam went into transgression. So that's why when you bring it full circle, the order needs to be maintained. The man got to get right, and the man got to lead, and the woman got to get right underneath the man. And that's how it's going to be. That's how the elect are going to kick things off into the kingdom. All this feminism stuff is going to be left in America with the ashes and the lava. That's where it's going to be. It's going to be giving off gaseous fumes. That's high temperatures. Because that's all bullshit.
So on that as well. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 16, for we have not followed cunningly devised fables.
Exactly that. The world is filled with cunningly devised fables, man. TikTok is filled with cunningly, we used to have blue skin. All this foolishness, man. All that bullshit, the house of consciousness, cunningly devised fables. And people believe that shit. They get seduced by these demons. But it's not true. It's not the truth, and it never will be the truth.
It says, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Lord Yahweh Shem Mashiach, but what eyewitness of his majesty, right? So these scriptures, they were written by men that were there. You know? They weren't told these funny duddy stories that these people today accept and try to run with them. You know, these scriptures are here for our learning, right? For us to conform to the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, this man gets seduced by Islam, go to prison and get seduced by Islam. Even Andrew Tate, Islam is so great. No, it's not. It's not the way. But like I said, the world is filled with men and women that have been set up to seduce the people, man. And it's going to get those who are meant to be got. The ones who, if it be possible, they would deceive the very elect. But they ain't going to get the elect. The elect, man, the scripture says, my sheep hear my voice. So the elect are going to reject that folly and come to the truth.
Right? The Lord's got a hedge around them, pertaining to those things. So Satan had to acknowledge when he came against Job, before he came against Job, that he couldn't do nothing to Job because the Lord had a hedge around him. And so Satan already knows this, man, but he's been sent to try it anyhow. Because Satan's still going to get the rest of these dumbasses out here, because they're going to believe in Esau and these their agendas, man.
Any whack
Because they've
job,
got no faith in nothing else.
any whack job that come out with who can orate and sound like they know what they're talking about. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? Is to start following them.
Back in Isaiah 47, to stand now with thine enchantments, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
So from the very inception of America, they've been working nothing but witchcraft on the people. The dollar itself is listen. The dollar itself is witchcraft. The dollar is a talisman of witchcraft. That's why the dollar messes people's brains up. People will do anything for that dollar more than anything because it's got demons on it. That dollar's got demons on it. That's why they've written all that. Why does it have to have all that on there?
Or just pictures.
It's not just pictures, man. It's witchcraft. It's script witchcraft, sigils.
It's purposeful.
It's purposefully done, man. They put demons on there, right? To ensnare the souls of men.
Because I don't know all the currencies in the world, so I might be a bit ignorant in this matter, right? But I don't know of another currency that has, like here in Britain, we've got the king now on the thing. Maybe someone famous historian or inventor or whatever, right? That's all that's really on there. There's plenty of things inside it, obviously.
Oh, they got witchcraft. They're all working it.
But the American dollar bill, for instance, man, is nothing but that.
Well, it's special.
That's my point.
You can see that all over the world. Everybody wants the dollar.
They're the only ones I know that has it like that, man. It's full with the thing.
Right, they got songs dedicated to the dollar. Dollar, dollar, the mighty. They call it the almighty dollar. Even Polite didn't worship the dollar. He got down on his knees and was praying to the dollar. Yep. So even their money has got witchcraft. Everything about them is done in the way of sorcery. That's the truth.
And now they want that currency of sorts right inside your skin. They want you to be walking with that inside you, man.
Which is a blood ritual, because you have to shed blood to receive the mark.
And that's why they're making it a global thing, because we can't spend dollars here in England. But guess what? When the RFID comes out, the CBDCs and the new world currency comes out, everyone's gonna be using the same currency. This digital currency that's being developed, and it's gonna be inside you, man. It's gonna be putting your hand on your forehead.
That's right.
This is
probably got spells written in the code.
That's it, right? This is wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from the things that shall come upon thee. Can they save you from the prophecies that are written? Can they save you from the Lord's judgment? You're going to try, but you're going to fail. All right? Because you're not meant to succeed. You've been set up to fail. You've been given all this still to fail.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's what I always say, man. See that up here? It works until it don't work, man. That's a fact.
So the Most High had to give you that left hand, spirit, man, that left hand power.
Hey, that up here got an expiry date, boy. That up here, them man do all the rituals, but them man will fly down to Haiti itself. Them man them man that got money, they make sure they do it properly. They don't go to no waste man up here. They go to the source. They'll be going to Haiti. They jump on a boat, go to Haiti. They get in washed down, everything. Sacrifice who they got to sacrifice. Got the guard ring. They got everything. Bullets are missing. Man, I seen all 3-4 of them. So they might get, you know what I mean? Like, they might get heavy with the judge. Then one day they just get clapped. 50 bullets, 10 in the face. What happened that day?
It's the same thing with Esau. He's gotten away with so much on all this wickedness he's got away with. But that one day is coming.
That one day, man.
In an hour.
Because remember, the Egyptians, they had the judge. The Egyptians were working just like America. Because America is nothing but Egypt all over again.
The Egyptian period is one of the talismans, man.
They were working all the judge, but when the Lord came with the plagues, none of the judge was working. You know them ones where the remote just, hold on,
Ain't working.
man changed, and you start shaking it, you hear a little rattling on the inside. That man couldn't work it. And then when you look it up, there was a God that was over all the different aspects of those plates. What happened?
And they just stayed.
That man couldn't turn it around. Even unto the death of their firstborn, they couldn't turn it around. And the Pharaoh's supposed to be the son of God. The Pharaoh's meant to be a God on earth. The Pharaoh was begging and pleading. And then he got his ass drowned in the water. And then you got boneheaded Negroes today talking about how they're Egyptologists. When Egypt, the gods of Egypt already got embarrassed. In the height of their powers, worshipping them, doing everything they're meant to be doing.
Well, like them man drowned in the water, man, they're gonna get drowned in fire.
Gargling that heat blood like it's rum, like it's some 80 proof rum. Burning up the chest.
Thou wearied in the multitude of thy counsels, that now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble.
Right, so even all them witches and warlocks that dwell in America, which they are many, the Wiccan covens and all that, they're going to be destroyed in the time to come. They're not going to be able to deliver themselves from the flame. All these witches and warlocks. Yeah, all these celebrities. They're going to be destroyed, man. Right in America, where they belong. Throwing up the Monocono, they're going to be, listen.
Covering the eyes. And
oh yeah, doing all that.
The signals in the hands.
All the Reno rituals, man, that's going to save you. Go on up.
It says, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored. That's what you work with. That's how you build up your Americas, man. Right? That's how you did all of that.
Yeah, your
with
companies,
them.
all these head companies, they're not only juiced in. Yeah, we know there's a capitalistic nature because the man are juiced into certain families, but you got to understand that there's demons involved. When you see these major corporations doing well, people buying up their products like McDonald's on that, just know there's witchcraft behind that.
Highest level.
The highest level of witchcraft. They put, just like how when you go to them indie man shops, they got their idols in there to bless their business. Them elite companies are doing the same things. They bless their business and they sacrifice for their business too. And guess who the pharmaceutical company sacrifices for their business?
People.
The people. The man them that's taking their drugs.
Maybe looking after you.
That's part of the sacrifice. Yeah? Their NASA program. What do they call? Here it is, America supposed to be this Christian nation. One nation under God, apparently. It's meant to be the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But how come they didn't call the NASA program after one of the apostles? How come they didn't call it after any biblical figure of any note? They named it after a Greek god.
Not even after like an angel or nothing like that. It's just Apollo.
Apollo.
Who's Apollo?
Then you look at the symbolism behind most of these big corporations, man. It's all witchcraft, man. And they think they're slick because the average person doesn't understand it. They don't understand these sigils. Nike is a Greek goddess. And they used Jake to promote it. But it wasn't just Jake that promoted it. The rituals too. That's why them big athletes that get the Nike deals, they have to jump in on the rituals as well. Because there's always witchcraft involved in everything these guys do. And Nike is the Greek, is Nike not the Greek? It's a goddess, isn't it? The Greek goddess of victory. You think that was a mistake? You think
that's why Nike is the biggest sports brand.
Then it's got the tick. The tick is the ring of Saturn, which is Satan on the occultism. But the average person is ignorant of that. Going up. We could go all day, man. We could go all day. The medical industry, the caduceus. We could go all day. Really.
Yeah, was it the checkered floor on the police hats and the vehicles? You know.
The Statue of Liberty, another gift from the French Freemasons, and that's witchcraft. Satan.
Was it Persephone?
Top of the category, they got Persephone. Man, it's too much. It's too much. Every city, every city of America is is soiled with idolatry and witchcraft and obelisks everywhere. Even when I was where was I going, man? I was on a bus somewhere down north sides, and I just looked to the left of me in the park, and there was an obelisk there. The war memorials celebrating their blood sacrifice are in the memory of, yeah, it's a sacrifice. That's why they always put obelisks there, channeling the energy of them souls that they sacrifice for the New World Order.
Well, you know, in America, Las Vegas is called Sin City, right? And it's got everything there. Everything there. So they know it ain't no righteous thing to be dealing with all that
Sin
stuff.
City, innit?
You know, but they do.
And what happens in Las Vegas, man? All form of debauchery, man.
Yep.
That's why they call it Sin City.
Gravity.
In the middle of a fucking desert. Go on,
So thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee.
Right, and no one else is going to be able to deliver America from the flames that's coming down. All right, where was we? And that's what's going to happen, and good riddance, man. Every man, all these men are in America chasing the dollar, chasing the bag, selling their souls wholesale. Hey, America's living proof that the love of money is the root of all evil, man. Men are out there doing the most just to chase them dollars, man.
It's the book of Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and it shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Right, all the idols of Egypt. America is all about the worship of idols, man. And that's why they made that program American Gods. They were trying to show you that it's modernizing the worship of these various idols, man. Look at the Starbucks logo. It's ISIS, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes up to Paris. Something like that.
Yeah, like, because it's a woman holding her legs open. Yeah? It's demonic, man. Those people are all demons, man.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother.
Yeah, and we're seeing that these Edomites are divided. You know, the left wingers versus the right wingers, and they're all demons. The right wing ones thinks they're righteous. You're not righteous, you're the devil too. You're all the devil. But they're all set against each other, ready to tear each other apart, and good riddance. Hey, Satan be divided against Satan, man.
I think I stand. That goes for all sorts of things, man.
Yeah, man, everywhere there's contention among these Edomites, man. Left wing, right wing.
And everyone against his neighbor, seat against seat, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirit, and to the wizard. And the Egyptian will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them.
They're going down. Straight up and down, man. That's what we're seeing. We're witnessing the final stages of this world, man, of this man's kingdom. Alright? What was you holding?
You was holding Isaiah 41.
Yeah, let's get that from the top, man. And what's the purpose of this kingdom going down? Just for it to go down? No. There's going to be a new kingdom that's going to arise. A new kingdom, a new government. That's the Israelites, the elect of Israel. Yahweh Shai. And it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. And it ain't going to be like this bullshit kingdom. Because it's not going to be based upon rebellion and death. And pride. And everything which is negative, man. That's what this kingdom's based on. That's why this whole world is out of whack. Everything's destructive. Everything is toxic and destructive, man. Everything is working against life. It's working against you, man. The TV programs they make, the books they write. polluted. Because this devil, man, he's got the spirit of Satan, man. The man that's ruling the world is Satan himself. He can't do right. He don't want to do right.
Go on, so Isaiah 41 verse 1. Just keep silence before me, O islands, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near, then let them speak. Let us come near together to judgment. Who raised up the righteous man from the east, put him to his foot, gave the nations before him, and made him ruler over kings. He gave them as the dust to his sword, and as driven stubble to his bow. He pursued them and passed safely, even by the way that he had not gone with his feet. Who have wrought and done it, all the generations from the beginning. I am the Lord, the first, and with the last, I am He.
That's right. The Most High have been with the whole seed from the very beginning. The Lord has always been with our seed, preserving and giving our enemies over to us, man. Going back to our righteous forefather Abraham, the Lord led Abraham out of the east and brought him over into the land of Canaan among heathens. He even had to go to a war and triumph against these heathens, man. And the Lord protected Abraham and made a covenant with him. Isaac, protected. He didn't get slaughtered. Man didn't come in and slaughter Isaac and slaughter his family. Hell to the no. Jacob and his sons, protected. We went into Egypt. They didn't do away with us in Egypt. We came out of Egypt greater. And we're going to come back out of Egypt greater again. Because thus saith the Lord. The Lord is going to deliver our enemies before us, man.
So Isaiah 11, verse 16. And there shall be an highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt. Alright, so the Lord's got his remnant scattered around the four corners of the earth right now. And it's going to come that day when we're going to be gathered together again and come out of these nations like we came out of Egypt, man. Okay? And the Egyptians were destroyed in the process of that.
Yep.
Right? So same way all these other nations we come out of, they're going to be destroyed in the process of that.
Yep.
You know?
The fear of the Lord is going to be upon the nations, man. The Lord's going to show his power. You think the Esau's got power, you're going to find out, man. The true power. The real power, man. This man is a fraud. This man is nothing more than the Wizard of Oz hiding behind the curtain. He ain't the real McCoy. Go on now.
Back in Isaiah 41, it's verse 5, it says, the isles saw it and feared. The ends of the earth were afraid, drew near and came.
Yeah, they were scared. Even when we was coming out of Egypt, they feared us, man. And it's going to be even worse this time. It's going to be the perfect fear. The perfect fear, man. When our Lord comes and he crushes the armies of these nations and crushes them down, they're going to be feared, man. They're going to be in great and terrible fear. And rightfully so.
Because the Lord's going to put the rest of you nations in subjection, man. You know, when we came out of Egypt, you know, we was traveling in the wilderness, right? We weren't really doing that to you nations. Most High judgments against the nations. The Most High is going to put all you nations in order.
And they were still scared. Yeah, Moab, they were scared, man. Balak and Balaam and all them, man, they were scared when they saw Israel rolling. Because they heard what happened in Egypt. They see the power. Now today they're trying to get bright. They're trying to style on, man, because they see that we're down bad. But it ain't nothing for the Lord to raise us up. And that's what you're going to find out. It ain't nothing to the Lord. If the Lord wanted to, he could raise up the entire nation of Israel today, if that was his will. And there wouldn't be nothing no one could do. Man just transformed, bam, that's it, done. But the Lord has his process according to his will.
Yep.
That's why the scripture says, surely thou art a power that hideth thyself. Because these men, even they're going to be shocked. They're like, rah, all this time, these are the people of the Lord for real. Like, we've been violating them all this time. Yeah, you're right, you've been violating.
Hey, when that penny drops, man. When that penny drops, man, that that sunken heart feeling, you're gonna get all of that, man.
Especially the so-called white man. Cause they kind of like moved on. They don't think they really gonna pay for nothing, or they moved on. Like, yeah, that's in the past.
Yeah.
But you just don't know, do you?
Got away with it.
You ain't gotten away with nothing, man. That's a law of the universe, man. The scales must be balanced, and they will.
Yep. It's verse 6 said they helped everyone his neighbor, and everyone said to his brother, be of good courage. So the carpenter encouraged the goldsmith, and he that smootheth with the hammer, him that smote the anvil, saying, it is ready for the soldering. And he fastened it with nails, that it should not be removed. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, and the seed of Abraham, my friend.
Just read that again. Because you see, you got certain man that's trying to undo it. They're trying to make it look like the Most High didn't know what he was talking about. The Lord has made himself expressly clear as to who his people is. That's not a dark saying. In the scriptures, it's not a dark saying who the people are. I know they're trying to make it that way. Oh, well, you know,
Could mean
he said that to Abraham, but no. He didn't just say it to Abraham. He said it to Abraham. He said it to Isaac. He said it to Jacob.
Moses
He said it to
told
Moses. He said it to the tribes. He just constantly repeated it. You're the seed of Abraham, my friend. You're the seed of Abraham. All the way through the Psalms. You're the seed of Abraham. You're my children. You're my people. Then all of a sudden, you want us to believe it's talking about everyone? If it's spiritual, then why was it Isaac?
Yeah, as I say, yeah.
And then why was it Jacob? Then why was it the tribes? Why was it the children of the tribes consecutively, generation after generation?
Why were they related?
It's all people that are related to each other from the seed. So how is it spiritual? No, it's a seed. He made promises to them and their children. That's a seed.
And there's a chosen generation among them, the elect. Right?
Which the scriptures speak about, the remnant, the residue.
Yep.
Read that again for me, please, Baba Kasha, man.
So we go for Genesis 28 and 15. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord power of Abraham thy father, and the power of Isaac, the land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and thy seed.
There you go. To thee and thy seed. So it was divided among the tribes. And we're gonna get that land back. We ain't here to die and go to heaven. Which, hey, if we got to die and go to heaven, then you die and go to heaven. But the end goal of the gospel isn't to die and go to heaven.
Make the destination.
That's not the destination. That's not the good news. The good news was never, oh, you men are gonna die and go to heaven. That's why they said to him, Lord, thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel. The kingdom of heaven is going to be here on earth, and we're going to be living in the land that was given unto our fathers, man. That's why the scriptures speak about a heavenly country, because when we go back to the land, it's going to be heaven. It's going to be spiritual. It's going to be blessed, because we're going to be keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and the Lord is going to bless us liberally in the land, as it should be.
And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
Right, because Paul broke that down. In these shall all the families of the earth be blessed, because Israel is going to be scattered among all these nations and be delivered from all these nations, these families. Tells you that in Revelation, the 5th chapter, Isaiah, the 11th chapter that you mentioned. The Lord shall gather again the remnant of his people from the different places where they're scattered. Don't get silly now.
It's always going to be that way. So
Yeah.
when you fast forward to the so-called New Testament, man, all these Israelites coming up and basically it was just part of prophecy, and everybody that like was estranged to the promises because they left. You know, I say if you had the Book of Maccabees, you'd understand the whole situation, man. But it's always prophesied that was all going to happen. The Lord was going to bring those back from where they were. So there should be no confusion. But you're trying to find ways you can usurp and jump, get in there. Okay, when you can't. There's no space for you.
It comes back to hate. That's why the Bible says we need to be delivered from the hand of them that hate us, because these people, especially these guys, these heathens that are coming against us, they got a problem because they hate us, really. They hate us. They hate the privilege that the Lord has given us. And we are in a privileged condition. And to be honest with you, I understand why you hate, because we're extremely privileged. And you ain't. You got the shitty end of the stick. But you know what, man? I don't give a fuck, man. Because I'm not a humanitarian like that, so I don't really care. Hey, some man have to win, some man have to lose, innit?
So it's winners and losers.
There's winners and losers out here. It is what it is. You guys are losers and we're winners, man. And you hate it. You're the ultimate hater. Because we're the chosen people. So you want to put us down. You want to marginalize us. Oh yeah, it could be anyone else but us. I lean more towards it being them. Yeah, because you're a fucking hater. But don't worry, that's why we don't need to rely on your acceptance. Because you're going to accept it. You're going to have to accept it. Just like when them cartel dons get hold of a Donny and they got him there with the machetes, they have to accept it. Even when the man are bawling and begging, in the end they have to accept it. Because they're about to get dealt with. That's the way of reality. That's the harshness about the manifestation of truth and reality is. You can say you don't want to believe it. You can be against it all you like and doubt it. When you get put in that situation, you're going to have to eat it. You're going to have to deal with it. All that talk don't mean nothing at that moment in time. When you get put into slavery and we get exalted in the spirit according to the prophecy, there's nothing you can do about it. You have to bow down to the will of the Lord. You're going to have to humble yourself. What are you going to do? Be defiant? What are you going to do? Nah, you ain't the Israelite. Nigga, I'm glowing. What's up with you? It don't matter whether you think I'm an Israelite or not. I'm about to bust your head. How about that, innit? Fuck these guys, man. That's why we don't lose sleep over these scoffers and scorners, because their belief is actually not necessary. Their unbelief is necessary, because that's in the scriptures. The incredulity. What is it? 2 Corinthians 15. Fear not the incredulity of them. The disbelief. Hey, man.
Let's get a precept quick. Romans 3.
Yeah. For what is some did not believe, man?
Yeah. Romans 3 verse 3 says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? Are you going to disannul what the Most High got in store? Just because you don't believe it? That's foolishness, man.
You cannot believe what you want to believe, man. Hey, listen. We're not here to edify Edomites. Like, through the Spirit, we'll prophesy because you have to know beforehand, but your belief is not something which is required now. You just have to know, like, yo, the Lord's gonna do this. We're not like, oh, please believe me, oh, please. We don't lose sleep.
Because the end is you're going to obey anyway.
Our concern is the belief of the elect. We preach so the elect can believe, but also to condemn you, so that when the Lord does what he does, you can't say, oh, I knew that was going to happen, or my idol did it. You're going to have to know, oh, wait, actually, them man are the man that was saying it. And that's the only reason why man like Vocab have to hear. It's not that they're going to believe and comment, oh yeah, oh, why can't he believe? I really want these devils to accept me and say, oh yeah, you are. I don't give a fuck whether you believe we're Israelites or not. That doesn't mean that the Lord isn't going to do what he going to do. You could be in disbelief. Hey, you be in disbelief in the kingdom if you want. You're still going to work in my field.
So you're still going to obey. That's your end.
Hey man. You want to be insane? Be insane. You're still going to be out there fucking...
Out there fighting reality.
Fighting reality. I mean, the demons.
Good, huh? Hey, one more verse. Yeah. The God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written.
Yeah, let the word of the Most High be true. And we come out, we preach in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and we speak his words, man. And we speak it perfectly, man. The prophecies we're saying is true. Because why? It's backed up. It's cross-referenced and backed up with context throughout the entire scriptures. We got lessons. Brothers are bringing out different scriptures every time, coming to the same conclusion. It's backed up. We ain't going out on a limb. This ain't going out on no limb. We've thoroughly proven our cause. Because the Lord has thoroughly spoken his cause. This ain't no one-page book, you know. And the Lord loved to repeat himself.
Precept upon precept,
So-
line upon line.
You don't want to hear it in Isaiah, that's fine. We'll jump to Jeremiah. Oh, you don't want to hear it in Jeremiah? We'll jump to Ezekiel. Oh, you don't want to hear it there? We'll go into the book of Psalms. We go into Malachi. We go into Genesis. We go into Exodus. What you want? We go into Revelation. It don't matter where you want us to bring it from. We just keep popping up with scriptures.
It's all over the place.
It's all the same message, man. That's what these guys don't understand. Now, them lot, they ain't listen up. I've done the research. Them man have to pick and choose one or two scripture and butcher them. They don't have the
Which is the
exhaustive.
words and the understanding of it.
They don't have the exhaustive scriptures we got. They can't go down 50 scriptures.
That's why they do a lot of talking. They do a lot of talking, man. Around that one scripture.
One scripture, man.
Well, I think we should look at it like this. All this thinking business, man, we don't deal with the thinking business. We deal with the studying and the truth. Right? You study, we've learnt the truth. What is the truth of the matter? The truth is, man, you man are not Israelites, you're being put into slavery, destroyed. That is the truth. And the Israelites, who are the Negroes, Spanish, Native Americans, and the descendants that are scattered abroad, they're going to be delivered, man, of the elect. Right? And they're going to rule in a kingdom, a new kingdom. This one's going to be destroyed. A new kingdom's going to be under Yahweh Shai, going to be ruling forever. That's the truth.
And America is obviously Babylon the Great.
Yep.
Because it's the most abominable nation there's ever been on the planet Earth, and it's so fitting that it's also the most hypocritical nation there's ever been, because it's supposed to be Christian. Yeah, it's got to be Babylon the Great. There ain't no nation that's more fitting of great destruction than there's ever been in America. Even down to the fact that they're the one and only country to utilize nuclear weapons. They're the first nation to use them, and they're going to be the nation. They introduced it,
Great sword, right?
and that great sword, and they're going to be the ones it's going to be perfected on. It's all beautiful. Because the Lord writes good storylines.
God forbid that God be true and every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings. That's why we're justifying what we're saying, because it's all written here.
Yeah, man.
The Lord's will's written
they're
here.
hates. Oh, they're preaching hate. We're justified to hate Edomites.
Mhm.
We're justified to hate the Edomite people. What do you mean? It's not the so-called. But then these are the. I dare you to say that a so-called Jew is not justified to hate a Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh well, bro. These men act like you know what I mean. I've seen women fucking their daughter got murdered by a guy, and she'll get up. You know, they give them a chance to testify before the sentencing. They might give the one of the parent, and I've seen a woman on there going, I hate this guy for what he's done. He should burn in hell. This, that, and the other. In the comment board, everyone's just like, oh, no one didn't say, oh, that's hate speech. You can't hate him. The Bible says, love thy neighbor. So they're all hypocrites. There is a time to hate. That's in the Bible.
Yep.
Hate and love is neither good nor evil in of itself. It's not a security. Yeah? It depends on what you hate and what you love.
Context of
You
it.
can hate a man in unrighteousness. You can hate your brother without a cause. That's unrighteous.
This is why Esau ain't got no justification for hating us and what he did. He got no justification, man. Because we was meant to be over him anyway.
Exactly.
You know, the Most High made it so. So the fact you got your time to be above us, that was it's unjust.
Was that Ezekiel 25? Real quick, get that Ezekiel 25.
That manifest destiny. Yeah, but it was unjust though.
It was hella unjust. Ezekiel 25. Is it 35 or 25? Okay, get the one in 35. Yeah, get the one there. Yeah, because this man done so much evil to us and established himself. And what does the Bible say? Woe unto him that coveteth unto his house. Evil covetousness. So the Bible's even saying, look, if you covet evil covetousness onto yourself, woe unto you. Is that love? This woe means destruction.
Yeah.
And that's what you devils have done. You devils have elevated yourself up to the heights of where you are, from the working class, the middle class, the upper middle class, to the elite, yeah? The reason you're on any level where you compared to any other nation of people, you're just living in heaven. The majority of the rest of the world is fucking poor. You get me? Most countries, it's either you're dirt poor or you're super rich, and it's a small amount of people. In Europe and America, you've actually got like a vast middle class. Well, they still do, compared to the rest of the world. A a vast middle class, then you got the upper class, which is why all the luxury goods don't go to fucking China. All the luxury goods don't go to fucking Africa. The luxury cars, the luxury goods goes to America, Britain, Europe, because that's where most of the people who can afford these things live. And why is it that they can afford these things? It's because of the wickedness and the evil that you perpetrated and are perpetrating onto the Israelites mainly. That's the truth. That's why France is in the position it's in. But they want to forget about that. Like, you could do that evil. What's that? You got the Apocrypha. I know I told you the whole Ezekiel. Get that in the book of Sirach, the 5th chapter as well. Their mindset is, because time has passed, what's it called? You know, they got the statute of limitations. It's called the statute of limitations. So basically, if you commit a crime, a lot of crimes have a statute of limitation where if a certain amount of time goes past, they can't actually take you to court for it. That's like they were saying with the securities thing, the SEC only got about 3 years to get even them. Because after about 2-3 more years, the statutes of limitations, so they can't go after them. Okay. Right? But the Most High ain't got no statute of limitations. And that's why you get these people, what their ideology is, you do badness and then you go legit. So the most of these politicians and that, or even these elite families, made their money from crime. And then they go from crime into legitimate and turn themselves into a legitimate family. A lot of families are like that. They are crime families. But they changed over to the clean money. And then that makes it all okay. No, not with the Most High. That evil carries on with you until you pay for it. Go on now. 5:1.
So Ecclesiasticus 5:1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind, and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
What does it mean to walk in the ways of thy heart? They establish themselves by doing what they want to make money. And once they've made the money, right, they think the money justifies it. And even if they go to do something else and live their life happily ever after, it's like they'll forget about how they got it. So now, like, their grandchildren can just have the money in a hedge fund, right, and just be living. I don't kill no one. Yeah, but how did you get that money? Is it the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked? So you got all these devils, you know, they might own shares in particular companies, right? They might own, but then when you trace back the money goes back to what? Slavery, or robbing diamonds from someone somewhere, or all this madness that they're doing in the earth. Dirty. And then now you're a philanthropist and you got all the money and you can live life and walk around smiling. Oh, I don't kill no one. I'm a good person. Go on now.
This Ecclesiastes 8:11 says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is always setting them to do evil.
Right, going over to the Congo, cutting off people's hands to make the money off the robber. Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do whatever. Esau Edom will do whatever it takes to get himself ahead. Not remembering that there's one that is in heaven that keeps a record. And his record keeping ain't like man's record keeping. It's perfect, and the Lord don't forget. The Lord requireth that which is past.
It's ever present with the Lord, man.
The Lord ain't gonna be like,
ain't in an archive somewhere forgotten about.
Yeah, oh, it's 100 years ago. Yeah. So
nah.
And that's the thing. These men really think they're gonna get away with it. And then we're not allowed to have no hate now. So it's like they've gotten around it. Do some wickedness, let a couple of generations get past, and then you just scot free.
Oppress them long enough, they can't do nothing.
Oh, fuck off.
You know.
Oh, man. Don't make me angry.
Precept on this is Galatians chapter 6:7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Yeah, that's a mockery. That's a mockery to believe you could do all this evil, which they're still doing evil. Yeah, but you could do all this evil and then just let a couple generations go past, and then just live off the prophets. What does the Bible say? The Bible says the wages of sin is them. So their ideology is I can do wickedness and I can make it. There's a statute of limitations on the get back. No, the get back's gonna come.
Yep.
The get back is gonna come, and the Amalek proved that, because the Lord got Amalek generations in the future, and He gonna do it again.
All that compound interest. Hey, that compound interest is serious. And it goes to show, because the elites, they're mega rich. They got more wealth than they need. You know what I'm saying? But they're quite happy to take it up. Make it suffer. So they're not righteous in any sort of, or any manner. They've done it to with that wickedness.
Gonna have to pay.
Do you think the Most High is okay with that? He's just okay. That's my children over there. You fucked them up real bad, but you know that was like 100, 200 years ago.
There's a psalm that says, they say, doth not if he that planteth the heir shall he not hear. You get that one. That's a good one. You got Sirach? Yeah, go on.
Ecclesiasticus 5:1, set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart, and say not.
Yeah, that ideology is, if you can do something to someone, then it's right. That's why they got the thing called the cremation of care. So their ideology is, it's like, if we can get away with doing some wickedness to some people or take advantage of the poor, then it's justified because they allowed it to happen. That's why do you think these elites expose themselves on these documentaries? Because they can say, well, we telling them what we're doing. So then when we do it to them, it's justified because we told them.
They didn't stop it, say nothing.
Yeah, them man have come out and everybody knows the prison industrial complex. Everybody fucking knows. Then how is it still going
Nothing's
on?
done about it.
Explain it. They're the ones, just like how they're allowing all that child trafficking to come out in the open now. So when they take your children and you can't do nothing about it, they're justified. Well, we told them we do it,
It's just to get you to get to you
and
to
we do
accept
it, and you can't stop me from doing it, and might is right. The strong must prevail over the weak. That's their ideology. If you're stupid enough to fall for my deception, then I'm justified. Then you deserve it. That's the way that the Satanism works. Whereas the Bible doesn't teach the strong to take advantage of the weak.
It's like, you're obviously okay with this. I told you, obviously okay, you don't mind, so I'm going to do it anyway.
That's why they always make sure, even if it's their own agent, they got their agent out there telling you the truth, so that on a certain level, so that they can be like, well, we told them.
Now and then it becomes a rabble of confusion among people in the world. Common cause of what's true, what's not true, what's true, what's not true. It's confusion, and the elites use that confusion to do more shit.
But what does the Bible say? The Bible says you're supposed to plead the cause of the poor.
Yep.
You're supposed to be there for the widow. You're supposed to be there for the fatherless. Esau preys upon the poor. He preys upon the fatherless. He preys upon the widow. He's a demon.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 2, isn't it? Reading Wisdom of Solomon 2.
No, that's the wrong
But
part.
it speaks about all of that in Wisdom of Solomon 2. How they look at people, how they see things,
Yeah.
how they want to treat people, because they don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're predators. They don't give a damn about the poor. They don't give a damn. They're predators, man. They prey upon the poor.
They're here to abuse the earth and the people on it.
That's what they've been doing, man. Taking advantage, man. Right? They're not good people. They're like totally against them.
Hey, that's lightly putting it, man.
They ain't good.
These are the devil, man.
They ain't good
This is it.
peoples, man. Nah,
Don't
man.
be sliders.
These are the type of people that torture children, and they don't give a fuck,
Drink their
man.
blood.
That's why they had no problem putting you in slavery, putting your children in slavery, putting your children in chains. They had children in chains. That's recorded. I've seen the chains. They did a documentary on the BBC. They showed the little chains for toddlers. They don't give a fuck. And they made it right. They made it right. Yep, justified. Yeah, they're just niggas. Yeah, they're savages.
Make you move as well. In movies, throw it in your face. What you gonna do about it? Now you just broke ass poor, strung on drugs and shit, broken homes.
There was another fucking incident that happened. The guy was talking about in the Amazon. Yeah, but you don't want to buck up upon Jake in the Amazon, but them man don't like humans, man. And they said the guy was with his wife, and they were just going up the Amazon. It's dangerous, man. Fuck the anacondas. It's fucking Jake, man. Jake bucked them. Jake just shot him up with about 7 arrows, with about 100 arrows. Yeah, he's all told his wife to run. So the wife jumped in the fucking the Amazon and just floated down in it, you know, like to get away from them. Well, when their man found my man, they had gutted him to see what he'd eaten. They dealt with man like, you know, like when you catch a fish, like a shark, and you gut man and open up the stomach to see what you've been eating.
Investigated him, man.
Because they see like other humans as like demons. But the reason they've been taught that is because them tribes ran into the jungle running from Esau. Esau was so wicked and demonic to them that when they got to where they were, they passed it on generation to generation. You see other people, they're fucking demons, and you kill them on sight. On sight. So as soon as you go in, extreme prejudice. So if you go into that's what the guy said. Someone said to him, they said, what's the most dangerous animal in the Amazon? He said, the people. Because them tribes that don't know people, boy, they're killing you on sight because of Esau. Because he was put so much hell on their forefathers, it's like a whole mythologies. They describe other humans as demons that are gonna suck your blood and kill you. Yeah, it's true, man. I found another clip with the guy talking about it. That's how wicked and evil Esau is. These people now, they attack other people on sight because of that lineage, that heritage. But these were Christians. Fuck out of here, vocab.
Loving Christians.
And then they want to apologize. The Catholic Church, we'd like to apologize for. Apologize for what?
For the boys you raped and molested.
Yeah, sure. Oh man.
Sure, you just get a pass, you know? Get a pass for that.
Yeah.
I'll grab what you wanted first. Psalms 94:9. So he that applied the ear. Sorry, let me start from 8. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that applied the ear, shall he not hear?
You think the Lord ain't heard all the violations that you Edomites and you other nations have uttered against him and against his people? It's a violation. You've spoken the worst of our people from the very beginning. In fact, you're a big part of the reason why Jake has a low self-esteem. Because generation after generation, you told Jake that they were dumb and they were ugly and they were stupid and you constantly putting Jake down till Jake believed it. When we're actually the chosen people of the Most High.
The most gifted.
The most gifted. The most. Yeah?
Because you made the whole world believe the same thing. And we believe it about ourselves. So when we go out to John and things like that, they're looking at you like, oh, what do you want this dude, man? Yeah. And you don't feel good about that.
Jake don't.
You feel like, I can't do shit.
Jake don't think they're intelligent.
Yeah.
That's why Jake think everything's based upon the sweat. They think to be anything, it has to be dancing, or because they don't understand that you are more intelligent. You can be more academic than any Edomite.
Yep.
Because we are everything. We have the best of everything. And the Nigerians prove that because they are the #1 academic group. But then when you grow up underneath Esau gonna fucking find every which way to try and make it look like you're dumb.
Lord, that you water.
But the Lord heard all of that.
Yep.
Go on.
I say, Esau's always running silence, man, doing shit in your neighborhoods, man, to fucking shit, man. You know, he's constantly putting you at a handicap. You know, he ain't playing fair. Alright, so he that parted the ear shall he not hear. He that formed the eye shall he not see. He that chastises the heathen shall not he correct. And he that teacheth man knowledge shall he not know. The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Alright, so that's that. But I wanted to grab this. Is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 15. It said, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and God requireth that which is past.
Yeah. The Lord requires all of it. It's been mounting up.
And remember, a day to the Lord is like 1,000 years here, man. You think you want a long time for nothing, man? You know? Most like that was yesterday. I'm gonna come fuck your shit up, man. I'm gonna destroy you and your kingdom for all the wickedness that you've done.
terrible judgments, man. Terrible, because you with terrible judgments. You got imagine how terrible the terrible shit Esau was doing to a people where they run into the jungle and now they think everyone's a demon. Because they were doing what? Sicking dogs on people, burning them, chopping off limbs. Esau was just being a demon
For no reason.
for that gold. For that bag.
That was theirs.
And now they got the bag. And now they make mockery of you. Oh, niggas just want to be poor. They just want to be poor. You know, we've tried to help these niggers.
Yeah, like the power of want solves everything, man. If you just want it hard enough, you can make it right. Well, we want you in slavery, but it's not happening right now. You gotta wait for the opportune time, you know? Because we're under the curses, man. We're in a condition because of what we've done as a people to the Most High, but you're the devils that put your hands on us, man.
So you're going to be in a condition.
You don't get a pass for that.
And we'll see what excuses you're going to have to come up with when you're in them pits.
Yeah.
You're going to have to cope.
Well, their excuses right now is it wasn't these my forefathers and that, but the Most High ain't giving none of you a pass, man. You know?
Well,
you're
you
all
are your
back here.
forefathers,
Yeah,
man.
you're all back here today, man. Little do you know, because you're a fool. You know?
Enough of them nicey devils that's in the upper class region. And they are fucking nice, man. A lot of them devils,
Flanders.
they're the nicest devils. The devils that's up in the upper class from Richmond, they're fucking nice. Yeah, they're nice because they ain't got no reason to act no way.
They're easy.
They don't really have to live around you,
Yeah.
right?
They got it nice.
They got it nice. So when they run into you, it's like, oh, black person. Oh, how are you?
Yeah, the Rothschilds and that, they're not going to treat you in a particular way.
They don't give a fuck.
You know, they're above. They're above
But
you.
let that lifestyle they have get affected now. Then you're gonna see the true colours.
But that's it. We're not. This is it. That's what it is, right? We're not competing with them.
Yeah.
We don't see us as competition.
Yeah, you just out over there in the ghetto.
That's why these two-time losers Edomites, man, they get very upset because they lost their job.
Yeah, they're the ones that'll be they're on your case.
Yeah.
But you go to Richmond and them buttery ends, them crackers ain't gonna. Them crackers, you know,
They overlook you, man.
they be nice. Yeah, of course they're fucking nice, man. They got 2 fucking Mercedes. They live in a house that's worth 1.5 million. Do you know what I'm
threat to
saying?
them.
You're not a
Economically.
threat to them.
You know?
They don't even see you as a threat. They know you wouldn't dare do shit. But let them are the same man that was skinning people back then to get to where they are now.
Yeah.
To live that good life. That's why they're so fucking happy and nice. I'll be happy and nice too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They got their benefits out of it, man.
I mean,
The benefits out
the
of it.
niggas shopping in Waitrose, man. They got them nice sweaters. Anyway, go on, man.
Cash.
Yeah, man.
And it's saying, this Ecclesiasticus 5:3, and it's saying, not who shall control me for my works, for the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
Right, it's pride. It's like their thing is, it's like if we could do something and get away with it, if we have the military and might to bully people and they can't do nothing back, yeah, then like
Why not? Easy
why
day.
not, innit? We'll make it where they're gonna have to accept it. We'll make it where they're gonna have to bow down and go along with my propaganda. I'll make one of their own leaders say it's okay.
And that's why it's important for Esau to keep the earth in a destabilized condition, man. Making sure that other nations can't come into fucking power.
Keep
man.
them weak,
Keep them
yeah.
broken, fighting each other. That's why Esau feels, man. That's why you don't ever stop doing that war. There's no root war other than destabilization and to take resources from people, man. Because he keeps him at the top. You know?
Yeah, they want to keep Jake in that same socio-economic status because it allows them to have power over them.
Yep.
To do with them as they will. You know, like I'll always remember. You remember that program with The Rock, the Dwayne Johnson, man. It was actually a good, fun film. One of the few films The Rock made that was half fucking decent. But anyway, in the film, the people, it was down in South America, the guys that owned the mines, and they were gonna find some kind of artifact that was worth like dumb money. And the guy goes, "Why the fuck do we even care if these people find an artifact?" The guy's like, "Look, man, if they find an artifact and they get money, then why the hell they're gonna work for me?" So it was in his interest to keep those people poor, because being poor, he could use them and do what he wanted with them. And that's Esau's spirit,
Exploitation.
to exploit people, man. So it's in his interest to keep you Jake down. It's not in his interest to help you and make you strong. Because when you're strong, you gotta negotiate. You negotiate with someone that's strong different than someone that's weak.
Become more independent.
Just why you think Floyd was like man like Berto and that? There weren't no problems with the negotiations. When Floyd want to fight Berto and them guys, them man were getting $1 million out of a fucking $100 million fight or some shit, and them man was sucking him off. They were, you know what I mean? Just to get them off. I like to thank PBC. I like to Floyd Mayweather Promotions for the opportunity. And the motherfuckers not even getting 1% of the fucking purse. Man are getting a flat fee. And you better be grateful because the highest amount of money you've ever earned is about fucking 100K. So you better thank God that I'm giving you this opportunity to lose, right? Because he's in a weak position, you could do that. But when you're going up against another fighter and he got something behind him now, you can't negotiate the same way. Now it's like, oh, I can't, you know? When people are in a position of strength, you can't make them do your grunt work for nothing.
Can't bully them.
You can't bully them. You know? So it's in Esau's interest to keep our people subverted and destroyed, man. Go on.
It's the book of Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and the houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
The Native American Indians is the prime example of that. They coveted every field. Anything, any piece of that 3,000 square miles of America that was worth anything, whether it be oil or any kind of ore or cattle or anything, they took it. They took it, man. Satan. But it's all right. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's done now. It's been happened. That's why in scripture, what, rejoice, ye daughters of Edom, the cup shall also come unto thee. Our punishment is almost over, man. We almost out of here, man.
Yeah, this chapter in the story is almost done.
It's all good.
You know, and that's why Esau's getting ever mad. You know, he's trying, you know, obtain the blessing for himself.
Hate speech. Hate speech ain't gonna, all that bullshit about, oh, you guys are hate speech. That's not gonna save you. That's not gonna save you, man.
Hey, as much as you want, you're not the bad guys in the story.
You're not gonna shame us into not fucking your shit up. But we are, man. We're gonna, and it's sad. It's sad that you think you're gonna be able to shame us into doing that. But when we get power over you, you're gonna feel pain. You're gonna feel pain, man.
It's actually kind of a fact, man. You got all this power, man, but these are the tactics you got to resort to, man. Cowardice. You know, you got to make us look like the bad guys, man. You're the criminal on the earth, man.
Oh, it's okay. We'll be the bad guys.
Yeah, we'll play that for now.
We'll be your bad guys. Go on, man. We'll be that role, man. I'm the bad guy.
We go to the Ecclesiasticus 5:5. 4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm has happened unto me.
Right, don't the scripture speak about I've seen the wicked growing like a bay tree or something like that, spreading forth? That's in the book of Psalms. It's even 73 or something like that. Like, these devils, man, these devils have done so much wickedness and evil.
Psalms 37:5. For the 3.
This is 37? Okay.
Yeah.
Then another one is 73, man, the ungodly. Yeah, that's the one with the ungodly. These devils, man, have done so much wickedness in the earth, yeah, and they've profited greatly. And they've been living deliciously in the earth. They've been living deliciously in the earth compared to everyone else. Even if you look at Jake, man, the so-called West Indian man that have been toiling in London all these years, ain't living like how these Edomites have been living in London. You ass has been in the ghetto. Your ass has been in Brixton and all that kind of stuff. You haven't really enjoyed the central London life. You ain't ever been living in Richmond. The nice areas of London are Edomite areas, and then Jake has to move there. There ain't no nice area for Jake. where it's just all Jake,
That's
and it's
why-
all upper middle class.
And that's why every time Jay move out to some place like that, they're isolated, man.
Yeah.
You know, they're the odd one out there.
Leamington Spa. He used to have a manager that used to Leamington Spa, man. And that dude was hella fucking nice. Yeah, his whole life was set up, man. Comfortable. He's nice, man. You know, they go to Manhattan and stay in Manhattan.
Yeah, go on. Psalm 73, verse 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men." Comfortable, they're nice, you know. Neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain.
Yeah, they've been on the top end for so long. The old bloods, they've been enjoying that socio-economic success for so long, right? Being able to go anywhere in the world and demand respect for so long, they don't think it will come to an end. They don't think it's gonna come to an end, but it is. They're gonna go from being at the top of the food chain to the bottom of the food chain, and their name is gonna be mud in the earth. They're gonna become the new niggas.
Yep.
They're gonna be in the ghettos.
It says violence covereth them as a garment. They can do what they want with their power, with their wealth and all their resources and shit.
Yeah, they take the piss, man, with their militaries, and then it's like there's a Twitter thing that I'm subscribed to called Declassified UK or something. And they're constantly just bringing out information about the UK government and Britain and the military and all the people they're funding and all the guns and the bombs and everything that they're giving people. And it's just like they're just doing mad wickedness in the earth. But these are the same man that are preaching peace and pointing the finger. But then when you look,
Yeah, act as a higher moral
when you actually
authority.
look at what these men are doing here, they're just death dealers in the earth. They're the #1 weapons manufacturers. They're the ones supplying the weapons, the bio-weapons, everything.
And again, Esau's blessed with that sword. He gotta be the devil. He gotta be Esau.
A man comes up and he's getting in the way of a contract or a deal, they got no problem bringing a whole country into disarray.
Yep.
Just to get that man out so that they can get their contracts through and do what they got to do. And they don't give a fuck what's happening to the people that's actually living there, that's getting macheted up and all that. They don't give a fuck about all that.
Yep.
Get that guy out of the way so we can get our deals in, then restore security and order.
They call that collateral.
Collateral damage,
Hey, I'm a
man.
term it. It's collateral damage. You know, it's collateral. It's whatever, isn't it?
What's it? Kinetic action. Hey, they show you that in that guy, and that's what I'm saying. These whistleblowers. Yeah, they want you to know the economic hitman. He brought all that out. How Esau basically is just going around the world fucking people over. That's nothing, you know. But so how are they still allowed to pretend and walk around like Prince Harry and Prince William walk around here like they're fucking philanthropists and they care about everyone and they care about the children and we need to save the planet? These man,
At your expense.
save your breath. That's what you need to do, blood. We don't want to hear nothing from these man.
Verse 7, their eyes stand up with fatness, they have more than half the flesh.
They got it all, man. These Edomites, they're going from the upper class and all that. They got all the luxury goods. They live a different life than most people. Look, once you get up into the upper classes, man, you don't worry about money, man. It's a different life. I'm telling you, I've seen it. You know, like people like us, we think about budgets. We think about how much something costs. Like if someone says to you, oh, like, there's a nice restaurant, the first thing you think to yourself is like, how much does it cost to go to this restaurant?
And you have that reaction. You
And
hear certain numbers like,
Oh man, like yeah, like
Instant reaction.
you don't want to go get like, let's be honest, man. Most Jake, if you hear that it's like £200 for a 4-course meal, you ain't going there. You niggas try and front like and take some stanky hole, but you know that you hurting after that. You trying to impress people. Just take her to Nando's, fam, because that's what you can afford. Or go, you know what man have to do? You gotta go on lastminute.com and try and bust like a 2-for-1 thing. Get the 2-for-1 business or happy hour. Yeah, that's how you have to maneuver. When them Edomites that's live in the upper class, they buy what they want. They don't buy what necessary. They don't think about what they can afford to a certain degree, because they can always afford it. They buy the car that they want.
They live in a house that they want, not the house that they have to afford. They live in the house that they want. When you start getting up into them upper class areas, that's how they live. Especially the little things in life is nothing to them. They just get it. They pay for it. And when you're around them sometimes, you live with, and they're like, I don't worry about money.
It comes on pumpkins.
The man will go buy a cupcake for fucking £8.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Is it nice?
It's a good cupcake.
All they care about is if it's a nice company, a cupcake. They don't give a fuck it's £8. Now I ain't mind even want to try it. Like, fuck me, man. Fucking cupcake
You better samplers.
for £8. That's why you could go down central London or go down Earl's Court and them areas and you know them little pastry shops.
Yeah.
You gotta spend £20 in that pastry shop.
What was I say? Even if you got a sample, it tastes real good. You still ain't paying £8.
£8, man.
It's a bit of a
Cupcake.
It's just a cake.
Them man, they be like, yeah.
This one I'll be buying, you know, all my life. It's alright. You know what I'm saying?
No
I'll
stress.
buy that one, isn't
No stress, man. Car breaks down, no problem.
it? Yeah. Now you're stressing, trying to figure out where you're gonna get the money from.
Yeah, they don't want to
So,
stress.
you know,
They just call the dealership, man. It's alright. That's why they were so fucking happy, man.
Less stress.
It's less stress. Money answering for all things, man. There's a certain level that's why the scripture says they set then get that in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter, the covetousness one. They set their nest up high, and then the higher, once you go past the upper class, it's even worse. It's even worse. We're talking about the millionaires and that. Their daily life is not a stress. Nothing stresses them like that, man. Because the little things that you stress about, they don't need to stress about.
The little things make up most of our lives, man.
You go shopping on a budget, you don't get what you want, you're stressed. Them man just buy what they want, it's nothing to them. Their daughters, them handbags that these black women are dying for, I've seen it, man. To them, it's a handbag. Oh, it's Chanel. It's just, they dashed the Chanel bag around the place because they got like 20 of them. I used to know a Don that used to live in, his dad was a banker, man, Cayman Islands. So them man was on big money. Them man were having meetings with Rothschilds. And when I told him about the Rothschilds, he was like, yeah, true saying, because, yeah, you know what, one time one of the Rothschilds was in my house. We was having a meeting, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Nah, for real. Bro, the man was real. His house was in Ascot. He was driving around in Austin, Vancouver, all that stuff. That was my brethren. But I don't fuck with him no more. But bro, the way them man live is different, man. Them man in his yard, he didn't even drink water, blood. Man, everything was just bro, the man it's just different. They don't worry about nothing, man. There's always someone there to bail you out. You know, he goes Monaco. You know, he goes Monaco.
Even if your son ain't doing so well in school, man, and just pay the man off.
Bro, yeah, they buy their degrees.
You know what I'm saying?
It's different, man. Go on now. It's less stress when you got certain type of money. But that's why they did what they did. Go on now.
So book of Habakkuk 2:9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high.
Set your nest on high. That's when you're living in them upper class areas. That's called setting your nest on high. Go on.
That he may be delivered from the power of evil.
So you delivered. What does that mean? It means like bad shit don't happen, and even when it does happen, money can answer it. When your car breaks down, your money answers it. They live in a gated community, so they don't have robberies. Like if you live in there's a spot, Moore Park on the Metropolitan line. When you go up there, that station was built by the fucking residents. Built by not a fucking Barking station and all that. That's owned by National Rail or owned by Underground. The fucking Moore Park station was the man that lived there put the money together to build a blood clot station and pay for the extension that goes through there. So they own the station. So when you come out of Moore Park station, you can't turn left. Because when you turn left, you're going into their community and you're not allowed in there. You have to turn right, and then you could go up on the hill and you could see the community. You think them man have got worried about people breaking into their house? You think they worry about their kids getting shanked down by the Rambo? They don't worry about that kind of shit.
They got purge technology, purge defenses, you know.
They don't worry about all that shit.
Hey, when the purge does come, man, these men will be in their houses, but in their safe rooms and shit.
Their kid
Yeah,
goes to
yeah,
play
fuck.
football, sprains their ankle.
Top-
That's
top
all right.
notch-
Physio.
Top-notch physio.
You're gonna get the physiotherapy. Most of us, yeah.
Waiting list.
I've
Don't worry
got-
about waiting list.
No wonder we're waiting list. Most of us have got injuries from when we're young that ain't even been fixed.
Yep.
Because you need the massages, you need the physiotherapy. All that shit costs money. You need to go to a chiropractor. How many of our parents have fucking got shit that if they had the money, they could just go to a fucking chiropractor and the chiropractor will fix your fucking back.
man,
But it's
that's
gonna cost you about $2,000.
Yeah, man, you just get told to walk it off. You know what I'm saying? Walk it
No,
off.
it's different, man. But this is what they've allowed themselves to have. They live a whole different life that most people don't realize, right? It's crazy. Go down Richmond. Go on, man.
Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul.
Right, because there's a shame to their house. Because the way they've gotten to this position that they're in to set their nest and high as it is through nothing but evil and wickedness.
Yeah, and they call it ill-gotten gains, man. So everything is upon blood. Everything they've got is based upon blood, man, and theft. All right, so the Most High, like I said, He ain't gonna give you a pass. You've been doing this for a long time. You think you've gotten away with all this, man? You don't think the Most High is gonna correct you, bring that balance to you. You don't think it's gonna occur, but everything's being set up for that day, man. And when that's why I say hell and earth shall come to meet thee, man. You're gonna fall hard.
The rich shall be ripped from their decadent nests out into the cold world, which we all know and endure. Yeah, they're gonna learn life at the bottom, man. They're gonna learn it, man.
And just to say this as well, man, as good as Esau's got it, you know, up at the elite level and stuff like that, because you know you got two-time losers out here, right? But at the elite level, man, they ain't never gonna have it as good as we're gonna have it in the kingdom, man.
Oh, no.
Not even close.
Well, look at them, you know, they're ugly.
So you looking, yeah. So you think they got everything now, and you think they live in some? Because Jake lost after that.
But they ain't got good looks.
They lost after that lifestyle, right? As good as they got it, or you think they got it, we gonna have it even better, man. Like many more times over.
Man,
That's how they think.
have you seen Prince William, man? Oh my God.
The King Charles.
King Charles, man. That dude
Yeah,
ugly
yo,
as
fuck,
hell,
man.
dude, man.
You know,
You know?
his woman.
Ain't no expensive American. Anyway. Yeah, them dudes is terrible, man.
Swelling reductions.
Oh man, sausage fingers, man.
For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish its seat by iniquity.
Right, build it for town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. And that's how they've built up the world to where it is today. The East India Company, the first major global corporation. They were the major devils in the earth, man. They were just big time devils, strapping people to cannons and all sorts. They were devils of the highest level. You know what I'm saying? This is how these people did what they did, man.
And they just want you to forget about it.
They just want you to roll over, and still to this day, these multinational companies are doing the most. All over the world, all over South America, Africa, everywhere, just fucking people over, man. Meanwhile, they got a PR department that's talking about how they care about the environment and the people and fair trade. It's all bullshit.
And
They're lying.
And their profits are still growing from all that time, man. But they say you want you to forget about it, even though they're still profiting off it. You know? You got hey, someone's got to make it right. The Most High is the one that's gonna do it. You ain't gonna fucking do it.
Exactly.
You know? As virtuous as you are, right?
Oh, they hella virtuous.
They're hella virtuous, man. You ain't
If you
gonna
believe
fucking
them,
do it.
innit? When they come on the TV.
But they always do the right thing, right? They always do the right thing. Now the Most High gonna make you, the Most High gonna make you cop up all that, man. Vomit it up, as you say. You know? You find that.
Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall well themselves for very vanity. The earth shall be filled with the shall be filled with the knowledge of glory of the Lord as the water covers the sea.
God. Right, get what you got and then we're still holding Isaiah 41 to go. Yeah.
It's Joel 20 and verse 11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, because you enjoyed it all, man. Look at what you got, you enjoyed it all. You can't say you didn't.
Oh, they love to win. It's a win. Listen, when your bank account is increasing, it
fact.
feels good, man. It feels good. You're winning. They don't give a fuck how they won.
Yeah.
Them man buying a new yacht, you know what I'm saying? They're taking the wife out tonight, man. They're going to, they're going to get some high-class prostitutes and some cocaine. They're not worried about what suffering happened.
Yeah.
Them man collapse a whole community, buy up all the property and make millions, bro. They don't give a fuck about the individual families and what they got to go through, man. They don't give a fuck. Esau don't give a damn, man. Look at the fuckery they did in the UK. That's why everyone's protesting, man. They literally fucked the whole economy, man, and have a whole bag of people fucked over. They don't give a fuck. Someone made a lot of money off that, and they cool. Boris Johnson and all that, man, they're cool. Man's cousin made money doing the masks. They don't give a fuck. Man, they're in Monaco right now with some cocaine and some hoes. Fuck about who's lost their job or who can't pay their mortgage, man. You know what I mean? They sort of give a fuck. They're not worried about all that. Once you're winning the game, that's what it's all about to them. Winning the game.
Says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue.
Yeah. Turning up out here.
Though he swear it and forsake it not, and keep it still in his mouth. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. Is in the wood of ash with him.
That's right, man. All that profit that they've made, that prestige they've received, man, it's gonna rot. It's gonna turn against them, man. And when the Lord's against you, man, take it from me, I'm an Israelite. It's fucked. It's a fucked feeling when you're under them curses, man. Cause shit just goes wrong, man.
Under pressure.
And that's what's gonna happen to Esau. Shit gonna start going wrong.
So just say the curses shall come upon our enemies, man. So you're gonna get the full brunt of it, man.
Hey, it's fucked when you're under them curses, man. Shit just start going wrong. Can't do shit. That's how it's gonna be. Ain't no winning no more, it's just losing, mishaps. Oh man.
Even the smallest thing just fuck up everything.
Why is this happening to me? That's how they gonna be like, man. Yeah, man, dark times are coming for you Edomites, man.
Yeah.
And you other nations. But good times for us, man. Lord's gonna wipe away all tears and all that. That's why the good news is for us. We ain't gonna be under the dark cloud. We are the one that's gonna be enjoying. We're the ones that's not. We're gonna be able to live our life in balance and not have to worry about have I got? I need to throw a feast. Have I got what I need? Of course we got what we need, man. Why wouldn't you have what you need? We got more than what you need. Man ain't gonna be worrying about the wine. The wine is gonna be there for the wedding. It's not a problem. The wine is good. Ain't gonna worry about all that, man.
Sunny days ahead.
Ain't gonna worry about paying all that shit. Ain't gonna worry about debt. These 39.9% APRs and all this shit. You know, the dark clouds are coming in.
Verse 15, it says, he has swallowed down riches. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly, and most are going to make you give up everything you've taken.
Everything,
you know,
man.
all these measly fucking benefits or quantitative easing you've been putting in your hands and shit. You're just fucking everyone's money up anyway. That's why your countries are going through inflation and shit.
We're gonna receive all of the tangible resources, including you, because human resources are important, tangible resources, value. We're gonna receive you. We're gonna receive all the lands that you command. We're gonna receive the gold, the silver, the rubies, anything that's of tangible wealth. We're gonna receive it. The houses we're just gonna destroy, because we're gonna have to rebuild that, because all your houses are defiled with demons. So there's leprosy on your house, man. So we're gonna destroy that.
Right.
We don't need that. But the tangible goods and resources we're gonna have. The gold you can always melt down and purify it. Melt down, purify the gold. You know, the rubies, you know, everything, the silver, you melt that down and purify that. Yeah? We're gonna have all of that, man. The precious stones.
So it goes on to say, verse 60, he shall suck the poison of asps, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, and brooks of honey and butter. In the kingdom, man, you're going to be in the worst place ever.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be receiving the gourmet, the gourmet meals, man. Because you see, the thing about gourmet, a lot of people don't understand. What makes a gourmet meal gourmet is not just the skill of the chef, but the quality of the ingredients.
You ain't gonna be picking off the freshest of apples on the tree, and the earth is gonna be in a better place than it is now. So you ain't experienced it. You ain't experienced
Oh
this.
man, you ain't gonna get nothing sweet,
this.
man.
You think you got good now? You ain't experienced what's gonna come in the kingdom. You ain't gonna know what that apple
You
tastes
ain't
like.
even gonna get alcohol. What are you gonna get alcohol?
You haven't even had the apple yet. That's how mad it is, right? The apple's gonna have the killing. You don't even know it.
You ain't gonna have nothing. You've had your time.
Have you truly tasted?
You're gonna listen. You don't matter. You've had your time to taste the nice things, the good strawberries and all that stuff. They've got them, heirloom strawberries and all that shit. But fuck you. What you're gonna get in the kingdom is the minimum requirement, basically for life, man. Like what I was watching in Haiti the other day. The prison in them prison in Haiti when they came, man came through with the rations, yeah. Blood, it was a pot, yeah. I don't know what it was in that pot, fam. I don't know whether it was fufu or I don't know what the hell that was, yeah. But whatever it wasn't nice, man. It was just some. I sent it to Yashua. I'll send it to you later. They came through and it was just a big pot, and there was something in there. And them man are coming with their bowls, and that was their rations for the day. They were no steak.
Mud cakes during
mud cakes. So in the kingdom, you man are gonna get the basic carbohydrate and you know, just enough salt to keep your bodies going, because you need the sodium, because you're gonna be sweating a lot. You're gonna be getting the minimal slave rations. You're not gonna get the variety of life, and that's even worse. You know, like, because even when you got a good thing and you eat it too much, your body, you start to loathe it. Like you could be your most favorite meal. If you eat it too much, you start to loathe it, right? Because that's just how we're developed. You're not supposed to have too much of anything, right? But they're gonna get the same thing every day. They're gonna be pissed, man. Pissed. They're just gonna have water, and it ain't gonna be the best water either. Man. There might be some dirt in there, man. Clay.
You'll be recycled sweat.
Yeah, since they like to give man all that recycled water, give that recycled. Meanwhile, we're gonna be enjoying all the dainties of life that you've been enjoying. The gourmet meals. We're gonna have the grass-fed, the wagyu beef, the proper beef. We're gonna have the proper beef, the proper lamb, cooked to the finest with the finest ingredients.
The real premium.
The real premium. We're gonna all have gourmet chefs, man.
And I say things are gonna be different in the kingdom, and you know, after this earth's been given its rest and that, the earth's gonna be producing differently, man.
Them man are drinking all the top wines. We ain't getting no top wine. Man, I ain't never had no $2,000 vintage wine.
I got mad when I saw that.
You know what I mean?
I come from the airport, just the airport, customs. I come from customs, man, and I see, because you know, Jake got Courvoisier, we know what Courvoisier is, right?
Yeah, that's not the top.
But they had a Courvoisier in there, yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was like $2,000, right? For you know, a bit more like this, but I'm pretty sure the money was all in the bottom. You know, it's like crystal fucking bottles or shit. There's some next, I don't know how many years liquor in it.
Yeah,
man.
so then it's vintage.
Yeah, and I'm
It's
just
a
like,
vintage
bro, I didn't even know stuff like that exists. You don't see that shit. You don't go in the office to see that.
Well, you can't afford it.
That's the point.
Like the King
King
Louis,
Louis.
what they call it, the King Louis and all that. Yeah, because there's levels, man, that you gotta pay for.
You ain't gonna see that in your Asda.
You know what I mean?
Jake ain't buying. No one's buying that. You know, so I don't know where they get this shit from, but you ain't getting it, so they ain't gonna be in their store.
They got you Jake's buying Cristal and all that bullshit. You know? The elites don't drink Cristal.
Moe and Sean Bond.
Like, you think that's the real shit. That's not the real shit, man. If you've had it, it's not the real shit. Just know that.
Real shit.
You can't afford the real
Chinese
shit.
knockoff.
Yeah, there's bottles of water that cost grands.
Glacial
Glacial, blue ice water and shit, man. You know what I mean? man are drinking that, you know, Evian. Yeah, man. But we gonna get. They ain't not gonna get that none of that in the kingdom, man. In the kingdom, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be harder than what we get. Because at least we, you know, hey, Esau was dumb. Esau was giving us the oxtail, but the oxtail sweet the bumper club. What wrong with you, dog?
He didn't know about the
He thought
oxtail.
he thought he was doing this wrong. You ain't even gonna get the oxtail, blood. That's a violate. How you gonna give man the oxtail, blood? And the oxtail's so sweet, though. Nah, Rasta, blood. That man can't get the oxtail, okay? Not even, yeah, chicken foot. That's the most that man can get. Hey, go, man. Hey, the oxtail is sweet, man. You know, even in the kingdom, I don't care what no one says, man. Are you mad? Ain't nothing sweeter than the oxtail, blood. Telling you. Oxtail is too sweet, man. So stupid. But now it's expensive. Oxtail's like $10.99 a kilo. Fuck.
See, Esau ain't gonna worry about that. No.
Yeah.
Back in Job 20:17, so he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore. Now, he's not put a lot of work in, that's not denying. He put a lot of work in, man. Over centuries, he's working, man.
Yeah, so he worked hard so that he could receive. That's why the scriptures speak about America. All of them Edomites in America, because it's mainly them. Not niggers in the ghetto, and they don't get the finer. They don't get the finer things. They get Kool-Aid and fucking all that sugary shit and all that garbage. I'm talking about the elites that's living in the Hamptons. They ship in all the best from around the world. The best ingredients, the best products. They got it, man. In the kingdom, we're going to be shipping in all the best from around the world. The finest spices, the finest perfumes. Yeah? Top order, all that brethren, yeah, like it's nothing. Smelling sweet out here, you know?
When they tell you the scriptures, man, that like
Fucking Jew.
rocks should be like was it silver should be like rocks.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be we have such an abundance of everything, man, and the best of everything. It's just gonna make this
The
kingdom
premium.
like a job.
But
Your
even-
world should be like a job.
Even you know, fruit, they grade fruit.
Yeah, the mangoes
Because
and-
you got A+ and you got
Yeah,
A,
yeah.
B, C, D. Yeah, them elites don't be eating that B shit that they give you in Asda and shit.
Substandard.
You eat a fucking strawberry, it doesn't even taste like a strawberry. When you go, but I guarantee you go Waitrose, yeah, and even that, it's a better quality strawberry, it's gonna taste like something. Sometimes you go fucking Asda, it's hit and miss. You don't know what you're gonna get. Then sometimes the strawberry tastes like Evian, bro. You know, you wouldn't even know it was a strawberry. Someone closed your eyes
gonna be like
and you
a-
started eating it, you wouldn't even know.
It's like Willy Wonka chocolate factory, man. Like the Snarsby tastes like Snarsberries.
Yo,
You know,
it's,
shit
it's,
actually
mad.
gotta taste like what it's supposed to taste like, man.
It's mad out here.
You know.
Good.
This is says that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. You're not gonna hold it. You're not gonna keep on to it.
Yeah.
You know. So according to his substance shall the restitution be.
Meaning
Everything
everything,
you
everything you got,
got, taking it all from you.
we're gonna have be in possession of it, man.
Yep.
Including you,
About fucking reparations, man.
including your children.
Yep. Full counter blood. Alright. So, and he it says that he shall not rejoice therein.
Yeah, it's gonna be peak.
Yeah, you're not gonna be
You're gonna
happy
be
that day,
hurt.
man.
Yeah, they're gonna be hurt, and we're gonna be happy. We're not gonna be concerned with their pain. We're gonna love to see them in that position.
Gonna
Hurt
scorn
him.
them, man.
They ain't gonna be wearing all the nicest clothes and all that stuff. Them man are gonna get in sackcloth, man.
You laugh them to scorn.
Laugh them to scorn in their sackcloth. Yeah, the white woman too. Oh, you know, all them princess days is over. All the shoes and the dresses and everything being catered to you. Everything's catered to them. Even the holidays are catered to them. You go pay for a decent holiday somewhere.
The clothing industry.
The clothing, everything's
Everything's
catered to them, man. Anything that's luxury is catered to the so-called white man. Everything. That's why for the longest time, the black women were wearing makeup. The makeup didn't match them because it was all for crackers.
Yeah.
You go on holiday and you want to eat food, the food is going to be seasoned how crackers like it, which is the less.
And a whole bunch of pork.
Eggs all runny and shit.
It's like someone vomited it up. You know that thing that fucking Hillary Clinton threw up on it?
Oh, God.
The fucking alien
Isaiah.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's disgusting. Man. Oh man, why you bring that back up?
It's like,
Foul, man. Some demon metaplasm.
It's the book of Job. Job 21 and I'm sorry, from 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become hold, yea, are might in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their
Yeah, more time that their children are set up, their daughters, they go marry, you know, within the aristocracy. All right, they don't really marry Jake. That's a myth. Yeah, Jake don't really marry. No nigga from the hood is marrying upper class, and that don't happen. More time if Jake is with a white girl, it's with some down and out, down bad white girl from the hood. It's true, isn't it? Trust me, you ain't gonna, it's very rare you're gonna get, very rare a nigga coming out the ghetto gonna go down Richmond, and you might even pop one of them, but you're not gonna marry her. Like, she's not gonna marry you.
They usually stay in their social economic.
They're gonna, they want Chad, innit? They want one of them white boys that's wearing the blue suits and that's coming in on the trains on Liverpool Street, man.
With the jumper around the shoulders.
Yeah, they keep the money within them, you know, and they set up, man. Like their children are set. They could fuck up their life and still come out better than you, because they got the bailout money. You know, they can take 2 years to just travel the world. I've heard it. Oh man, you know, yeah. They're buying them their first car license. Oh man, yeah, she's costing me money. She, you know, before she goes uni, she's gonna travel the world, and I'm paying for it. My man's paying for his daughter to travel the fucking world, man. She's been to 1 billion more cities than you. The son's set up. His route is set up, whatever route he's gonna take. Yeah, go uni, do this. Don't worry, when you leave uni, there's gonna be a job over there, and we'll make you chief executive of dick sucking. And like this, most of these companies, man, have got jobs and titles that don't do anything. There's a whole bunch of jobs and titles in these companies simply because somebody's son just needs to have a position to make money. I'm not joking. A lot of these companies, they got names and operating officer, like, you know what I'm talking about, just some bullshit term. You know, it'll have officer in it. And it's like, what do you actually do in this company? Like, nothing. Man has a meeting, but like, what is the purpose of this meeting? They've been doing that for years now. Nowadays, they're starting to cut out a lot of them kind of jobs. But for the longest while, if your son was that dumb and incompetent, he could still fucking get a job in the company, and they'll just make up a title for him and stick him in there.
I'm about to say, they're making all these cuts to these jobs now, man, but if they didn't make up these bullshit roles in the first place, there won't be nothing to cut.
They got bullshit roles, man. You know, they go to these top universities and all that kind of stuff, and their life is pretty much set before them. You know, they're going to be able to buy a house because their parents have got the money for them to buy a house. And then even when their parents die, they got an estate that they're going to inherit. They're good. Look at all these hedge fund kids. They got hedge funds, man. They don't even have to work. You got the man, they did that program in Chelsea. You got all these kids that live in Chelsea in these big fucking multi-million-dollar houses. They don't even have to work. They're just there eating fucking pizzas and doing drugs.
Idle hands.
With security and shit. It's mad. Yeah, their children are set up for them, man. They live life on cheat mode. You ain't getting no job in Primark.
Ain't something for the bottom, man.
They don't do retail. They don't have to do it. They don't have to get a retail fucking job.
Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the Lord of Most High upon them. Their bull genders, and fares not. Their cow calves, and casteth not a calf. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They take the timbrel and harp, and rejoice at the sound of the organ. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave.
Yeah, they spend their whole life not knowing what it's like to be anywhere else. They don't know the struggle. They don't know the struggle, man. It's been like that for generations. That's how it is. Especially when you come to the elite of the elite, that old money, the Oppenheimers, the Rothschilds, and all their little offshoots. They've been had money, man. They don't know what it's like to not have money. Estates and all that kind of stuff, man. Some of them are so disconnected, man. You get around them, you'd be shocked how disconnected they are from the reality of life. So, oh, you don't have a chauffeur? What do you do? How do you get?
I think it's a pretty big to do.
Good,
Therefore they say unto Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is our might that we should serve him?
Right, they don't keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, and they're still doing good. They're doing wickedness, and they're doing good, so that they're bold in it. They're like, why do we got to do righteousness when all this wickedness and evil is working for us? How did it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, innit?
The Bush family, generation of wickedness, man. Them man are evil. Them man have come from fucking selling drugs, selling opium, and weapons and war. And they've just killed people. They've done everything, man. Witchcraft, everything. And look, the man's son became president. They put the man in the presidency, man. George W. Bush. And don't be surprised if the kingdom was to go on, you probably find out that his grandson become a president too or some shit, man. Just come on, do that.
They're reputable houses among the the elites, man.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like that, man.
Kennedys and all of that.
Yeah, the Kennedys are still knocking about. You got the Koch brothers. That's a heavy family in America. There's lots of them. You know, even in and among the states, you got families that are powerhouses just in the states, man, and they've been that way for years. Just behind the scenes, like pulling strings.
And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How oft is the candle of the wicked put out? And how oft cometh their destruction upon them? Most High distribute sorrow in his anger. They are stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carries away.
Because all these families and all these guys collectively, right, on every level, are all going to be brought down to naught at the same time. They're going to be brought down to nothing, and none of them are going to survive. None of them are going to retain. They're all going to go down into the pits. Every single last one of them, man. Yeah, it's just going to fall like a deck of cards, like dominoes. All at the same time. They're going to go down together.
Yep.
And it's going to be a beautiful thing. Then they're going to know it's true suffering.
Something like that can't happen normally. You know, maybe one family goes down or whatever, man. But everybody at one time, that's impossible.
They ain't cutting deals with no one. Like, you know, normally, like when the kingdom go down, you might have one or two families that they sell out. You know what I mean? Like to the new man coming in, so they get to cut deal and keep some of the no,
and the thing, man, you know, these got the money here, money there. They got money for days, innit? There's got things everywhere, right? So they think they're fully secured, isn't it? There's no way to take them down. You know, with the Most High or Yahushua, when he comes, he's gonna take it all out.
You know, it's conquering the whole earth, man.
Yeah.
Full spectrum dominance, man.
Yep.
The whole earth, man, is gonna be under the Lord's terror, and there ain't gonna be nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. Terror for terror danger.
Most High lays up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the lust of the might.
There you go. You're gonna drink of the wrath of the Almighty, man. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. That's hate speech right there. You don't like it, but that's what's gonna happen, man. That's part of the gospel. That's good to our ears. That's comforting to us, man, because there's nothing worse than injustice. Injustice is a chip on your shoulder. There's nothing, it eats away at you to think that a man get away with a thing. There's nothing worse than feeling like someone wronged you and they got away with it. It vexates your spirit, man. But we could be comforted, man. That's why the scripture says, fret not because of evildoers, man. Fret not. Don't lose your mind. We don't lose our minds when it comes to Esau, because we know for sure Esau's gonna get what's coming to him, man.
We ain't gonna fall into despair, man.
Hopelessness.
But that's what it is, and that's what Esau don't want you to have, hope. Or if there's hope, it's hope in him.
Yeah, fuck it, man.
You know? But we place our hope in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And we ain't playing the narrative. We ain't playing your narrative, Esau's narrative out here. And you don't want it, because the Bible speaks against you, man. By definition, that's hate speech. The Most High speaks against you. The Most High hates you. And we are one in accordance with that.
And even if we loved you, we couldn't save you.
That's it.
Because these wicked niggas that love you and these wicked nigresses that love the white man, they can't save him. No one can.
Well, we read earlier, man, back in Isaiah, none shall save thee. It don't matter who it is, what they're coming with.
Can't save you, man.
There's no one, they're going to be there to help Esau or any of these other nations, man. You know? So what should we do about that then? The damn thing about
Get
it.
the popcorn ready, innit?
Exactly, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You know? Try and beg the Most High on your behalf. Fuck you, man. You don't deserve that anyway.
Yeah, you just deserve stripes, man. That's it. Man like vocab, man. They just deserve whippings and lashes.
Back.
Isaiah, oh, you still got that?
Yeah, back in Joel 20, verse 19. So because you have oppressed and forsaken the poor, because you have violently taken away a house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. So he's saying all this stuff you worked hard for, man, you ain't gonna keep it, man. All these things you're gonna do in the future, guess what? Ain't gonna come to fruition. Fucking
Yeah.
Star Trek and shit.
Talking about we will own nothing. And,
Yeah.
oh, motherfucker, you gonna own nothing. You know, think you are, man. The hubris, the arrogance. You will own nothing and be happy. Like, well, listen, man. It's the most arrogant statement I've ever heard in my life, man. That was just some proper pimp shit, innit? You know what I mean? Like it's some real, like I'm some whore on that you put out there on the streets. You will own nothing. Nah, man, we're the seed of Abraham. What do you mean we'll own nothing?
We don't accept those terms and
Did
conditions.
we just read already that the Lord said that we're going to own the land of Israel? Are you going to tell me that I'm going to own nothing? Who are you? And I'm going to be happy? No, mate. You're going to own nothing and you're going to be unhappy.
That's
We're going to make sure.
Are we not reading here in Joel 20? Everything that you own, everything you got is our restitution. It's a restitution. That means we're going to have everything, not nothing, everything. We didn't come here for nothing. We didn't go for slavery for
So
nothing.
all them Negroes talking about how they want to negotiate reparations, man. The Lord has already negotiated
That's
reparations.
it. The terms is done.
The terms of the reparations is complete.
You know? And he's always in the part negotiation, man. He ain't no, they ain't sitting down with him. The Lord's telling him what you're gonna do.
They're already crying, oh, but the white people in South Africa, they're being racist, they're taking their farmland. Well, first of all, if you understood what's happening in South Africa, the super rich crackers that actually run and control South Africa are using a black puppet government to take away the farmland from the poor whites into the hands of the government. But who runs and owns the government? The banks, right? And the corporations who are owned by the so-called white people. So really what's happening over there in South Africa is the rich crackers. Notice I don't hear no talk about taking the diamond mines. You heard about that? Have you heard anything? Have you heard them talking about confiscating the diamond mines? I wonder why that is. Surely the first thing they should be confiscating is the diamond mines, right? Because who owns the diamond mines?
Yes.
The guys who actually run the country. They're using them black puppets, so-called black puppets, to take away the farmland from the poor whites. They don't give a fuck about them. To give it to the rich whites.
That's emancipation, man.
It's not rocket science, man. But Esau will use that. See the crackers, and even if them South Africans, yeah, they be putting them poor crackers to death. What? Hey, but they'll be alright, right? According to Esau, they'll be alright. Other way around.
Yeah.
Other
No,
way
you
around.
can put this on first.
Peaceful, you could do shit like that and get away with it anyway. Hey, it's getting weird now.
It is. Right. Wait, was even enough?
It ain't been windy like this in a while.
Gonna hide the weight.
Yeah, need more weight.
Oh, wait. Right, go on now. Should be alright.
Right, Joel 20 and verse 21 says, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods.
Brother, when we're done with you, hey, listen, man. No, ain't nobody. One thing we do know, yeah, is even a homeless man can get robbed. You know that? Like homeless people get robbed, and them man are down bad. More time, if they fall asleep, another homeless man will come and take their shoes and. It's mad, yeah. Homeless people, man, they get robbed too. They gotta be careful when they go to sleep, because another homeless person will come and take your fucking take your shoes and shit. Yeah. One thing we do know is when we're done with you,
There's no shoes.
ain't nobody gonna rob you. Rob you for what? Your sackcloth. There's no shoes.
Dirty, stinking
So
sackcloth.
listen, you're gonna be more down bad than them homeless people that's walking around in your kingdom.
Yeah.
All you Edomites ain't gonna have no assets to your name. You're gonna be down bad, all the way bad. Ain't gonna be no need. Why rob? You don't rob a man that ain't got nothing. You ain't gonna have nothing. You're gonna own nothing, and that's poetic justice.
Yep.
Because you didn't want no one else to have no inheritance or have anything, so you gonna end up with nothing, man, yourself. And then on top of that, you ain't even gonna get your lands back. You're just gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be removed off the earth. Boy, sucks to be you, innit? That's what you're gonna find out.
Verse 22 says, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked, which is the laborers, shall come upon him.
Right, you're here now at the precipice of your arrogance. You're at the peak arrogance of your pride with all your technology and all that. And you wanna establish this new world order, and just at the point where you think you got all your ducks in a, what they call it, you got all your ducks in a row, it's gonna be brought down swiftly and quickly. Your arrogance is gonna bring forth the fruit that arrogance always brings. It's a law of nature. Arrogance and pride, once it gets to that peak, that's when you go down. It's always the case. Peak arrogance brings immediate destruction. Peak humility brings exaltation. It's always been like that. Right now we're approaching peak humility, man. You're approaching peak arrogance. The fullness of your sufficiency, man.
The point where you're about to win it all, you're going to lose it all. You know? Such is the most high humor.
Oh well.
You know? That's what I was going to read from that. So, there you go. Take it up.
Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take a parable against him, and taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? Unto him that leadeth himself with a thick clay.
Right, that thick clay goes into what, their debt system. But not only that, they actually owe a debt to a blood debt.
Yep.
They owe a debt to us, the Israelites. You owe us. You owe us so much. You owe us, man.
More than you can afford.
And you are gonna pay. You're gonna pay in full. We're gonna get the labor. You're gonna be our human resources in the kingdom to use as we please.
That's why I say that's why it's going to take 1,000 years to pay it off.
And you're gonna work. Oh, you best believe you're gonna work. The white women are gonna be working too. They're all gonna be working. And I don't mean the good jobs. You're gonna be getting the worst jobs. The grunt work. That work that you can't wait to go home and go sleep type of work. That's what you're gonna be doing. waking up, you don't want to wake up. You don't want to go sleep because you know when you go sleep, you're going to have to wake up. Them ones there, pissed. You got to wake up tomorrow and go back on the grind, and that grind is going to be not to your benefit. You're going to build something for someone else. You're going to plant vineyard. You ain't going to eat what's coming out of that vineyard. You better not. You're going to know. You're going to be there for our upliftment and our upliftment alone. You're going to get the basic requirements to sustain your life as long as we allow it to be sustained. You're going to have children. That's another slave for us to utilize. That do what we want with.
Yep.
You're not going to enjoy that child and go playing in the park with the dogs and shit. Go riding your bike in the beach with a fucking helmet on. Goofy ass crackers, man. Fucking everyone's got a helmet on, like all four of them. The motherfuckers got too much money, man. There you go. I like to ride my bicycle. These crackers, man. So on the beach, man. Fucking helmet, man. There we go, man.
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booty unto them.
Spoils.
Spoils, man. You know, spoils. Your women, most of them are probably gonna be like prostitutes you know, they got the other heathens. I might just, you might work hard. You sitting on a Saturday, you can ride out this Edomite, man. You know what I mean? You can ride her out. Yeah, fucking, it'll just be the bicycle. It just OnlyFans bicycles to bless up some heathens that I feel did a good job. Yeah, it's got low-level whores. Low-level whores, man. Low-level bitches. Fuck these people, man. No class, no nothing, man. They're gonna be truly the underclasses. That's what they're gonna be.
Undesirables.
And rightfully fucking so. And hardly any of you are gonna be in a house. So don't look for that job either. And that's a good job. That's a good place. Gonna be on the outside. Looking in.
Yeah. You know, back at 300, the politician raped the Queen.
Oh yeah.
You
will
will not enjoy this. No, yeah.
You will not enjoy it.
Your
man.
end is not going to be a nice end, so, you know?
Nah,
Just,
man.
hey.
It can't be, because then there would be a reward for the wicked. That's good. It's not. You can't have a good reward. You have to be made an example of, so that the rest of the people know that that arrogance has to be dealt with. You guys were mass mutilation of children, man. You guys were mass mutilating children. You guys were redefining what men and women are. You went too far.
Yeah,
You went too far. You took it too far. So something has to be done now. You need to be made an example of.
That was it. This will not be quick.
Yeah.
You will not enjoy this. We're going to make sure that 1,000 years feels like an eternity, man. We're going to make sure that's how it feels. So you can get every ounce of the experience of what's going to happen to you, man. You know, before the Lord gives you mercy, it destroys you. Because that's what it is.
That's the only thing. Yeah, you got one day it'll be over.
One day it'll be over, man. You know, but it ain't gonna be a pleasant way there.
Maybe you could sing some Edomite spirituals about that day. You get burned up, you get destroyed.
Oh, how I wait.
Yeah.
Play. Or whatever.
Play. Hey, go.
What was it? Isaiah 41.
41, yeah, that's the only thing they got to look forward to, the end, isn't it? And whatever happens after that to you, and I don't really give a fuck, to be honest with you. I'm not concerned about what happens to the Edomites after we've exterminated you from the earth. Let the Lord do his will concerning your spirits. That's none of my concern. I don't care.
That'll affect us in one way.
Yeah, you'll be gone and you'll be out of sight, out of mind, innit? They don't care. They're out of sight, out of mind, innit? So we're not gonna give a fuck. So don't ask me, oh, what's gonna happen to, I don't care. You're gonna find out, innit?
Let us know.
You let us know, yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah.
We're gonna be down here in the omniverse, trailing the stars and getting. Yeah, we're gonna be too busy to be worrying about what happened to you. We got things to do, man. You know, I got to learn how to play the violin and all sorts, man. You know what I mean? I got paintings, you know, that I need to paint. lots of art forms I need to master.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
time with that.
Yeah, so back in Isaiah 41 now, I'm going to read back at verse 8, right? It says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou,
So it's already confirmed. Why is all this confusion about who the seed of Abraham is?
Yeah.
The only reason why Paul said what he said in Galatians, the 3rd chapter, is the same reason why Yahushua said the same thing in John the 7th chapter. And then the worst thing about it is when you read John the 7th chapter, he said, indeed, I know you are the Abraham's seed.
Yeah,
but in the
yeah,
same
yeah.
chapter, he said, if
You're
you
not,
were
yeah, yeah.
Abraham's seed, you will follow me.
Yeah.
So which one is he? Because he's letting you know, look, you are Abraham's seed, but
But
you gotta,
you're acting
if you
right.
come in, you gotta come in the spirit of Abraham. It ain't hard to understand. That's why they said, oh, he truly is his father's son. That represents when you're coming in the spirit of your father,
in his image.
in his image.
Because we're supposed to be like in our forefathers' image, the righteous ones, right?
So when he says as many, have the faith of Abraham and seed of Abraham, it's talking about the Israelites, man. It's talking about the actual seed of Abraham. The ones that show the faith of Abraham are gonna, because it's the same righteous seed being brought forth among the nations, just like Abraham was brought forth among the nations, man. It's not a different seed, because the Bible already tells you who the seed of Abraham is. He said, the Most High is literally saying it in the most clear and precise manner, repetitively. And they want to bring confusion to it. It's not the physical seed. These Hebrew Israelites, they're obsessed with genetics. Listen, the only man that's obsessed with flesh is you, because you're a body man. And we don't know that. Yeah? We're just letting you know that the physical seed is what it is, the Israelites. You're the one obsessed with mixing seeds and all kind of body man business, bro. You know what I mean? We don't mix seed out here, man. One seed to one woman, man. You know what I mean? We don't mean mixing up 2-3 seeds and all that. That's some next shit category that we don't get involved in. That's for you, man, to be on.
Ended up on fucking Jerry Springer trying to find out who the fuck.
Yeah, a bunch of cocks. You know what I mean? Cock. What they call the cocks. Cockholders, man. Bare seed mix up. We don't do them things over here, man. We're on a straight and narrow path, man. Yeah? Righteous path, man. Mixed seed. Nasty. Nastiness, man.
As verse 9 says, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away.
Right, the Israelites, we're the what? That's why the Bible says, to whom pertaineth what? The service of God.
Yep.
Because we're the ministers, we're the servants of God, we're the priests. You heathens are going to be our servants.
As it's supposed to be.
Righteousness.
Behold, verse 10, fear thou not, for I am with thee.
Right,
Do not-
why is he saying fear now not? Fear thou not. Because we are under an enemy, man. We are under enemies. We're in a very vulnerable situation. We're brought down. It was funny, I was watching one Jake here, and it's true. Half these Jakes here in London, New York here, their ops are their cousins. Their ops are family. You can legit have an op here that one of your aunties can die, and you go to the funeral and your op is sitting right there. You're like, rah, who's that? A man's like, oh, and then your mom be like, oh yeah, that's your cousin, that's your op. Now you been busting shots at each other. It's like that in London. Half of these men are cousins. So that just shows you how in the ancient world, when we was in our right state of mind, that would be unthinkable. Like, upping your cousins. That's how destroyed and diluted we are. Where your cousin is your up. What? And people in a condition like that can't do nothing. If you can't even have a basic familiar unity structure, what can you do?
What can you build on?
What can you build? How can you build from that? Our structure is all
You're sitting there
fucked up.
dismantling it all the damn fucking time, you know?
We're all over the place, man. Now, you know, in the ancient world, you had multiple. If you was a nobleman, you could afford to have multiple women, but your house was in order, and all the women knew what the deal was. All your children knew how the deal was. With the so-called West Indian man, it ain't nothing nothing cool about what's going on.
Seed
It's just
everywhere.
man with seed everywhere and not looking after them, and everyone's fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's meant to be cool. That's not how it's meant to be done.
No.
It's all disjointed and messed up. Enough man are popping their sister and they don't know. Real talk. How would you know? Because it's all out of order. It's all out of whack. So we're in a very vulnerable situation. That's why the scripture said our bruise is incurable. We're down all the way bad. We're fighting each other more than we want to fight the enemy. We got an ongoing warfare in every city around the world. Jake has an ongoing warfare with each other, and only with each other. I could name the cities. London. Jake are getting each other. Jake ain't getting down the white boys. Jake are getting each other down with big bomber clot Rambo knives and machetes, man. Juking man in the heart 10 times. Yeah, or hitting man with the blicky.
Glasgow,
Same thing. Manchester.
Chi-Town.
We got Manchester, Moss side, and them man are upping each other. And it's the man that's living just there. It's like 100 meters. They're literally just a bunch of other niggas on the block right next to you. And you can't even cross the road. Jake are the ones living like that. You can't even, like, you go to the local corner shop, you man them are gotta be strapped because you might run into the ops because they're right there. They literally live there. These man, you all went to the same fucking schools. Your parents are in the same fucking churches, man. It's mad. And it's like that in London, Manchester, Nottingham, Leeds, any city in the UK. Niggas is there killing each other in an ongoing warfare that can never end.
Yeah,
Go
same
to
in the
France,
States.
same thing.
Yeah.
Go to America, Baltimore,
Chicago.
New York, Chicago, LA. It's a non-stop warfare, multiple bullets, multiple stabbings, killing, and it's all Jake killing each other. They ain't killing the white boy. They ain't killing no one else but themselves. Ongoing war. Bloods and the Crips. GEDs, all this bullshit. Same thing you go into the America. Don't even talk about fucking Caracas and fucking, bro, them man are head removal specialists, multiple bullets, machine. Jake are at a constant warfare with themselves, man. We're messed up, man. That's why we need salvation, man. Because it's bad out here, man. That's why no one can look at us to do anything. We ain't got no military. We just got gangs of wild niggas that kill each other indiscriminately. Go on, up. Hey, in the ancient world, when we was in the right mind, there was order. Your whole village was together. You protected each other. All the bad men them were together, and then the villages next to you, they weren't ops. They weren't ops. You come together with them, and then that's your clan. The clan roll together. Then you get the call, yo, the tribe. Then the tribe roll together. Then you get the call, then the whole nation is rolling out, man. Gad over there, Benjamin over there. Everyone's rolling together like, what's up? But that man over there, alright, cool, let's put in the work. Nah, you couldn't do that today. You can't make no call and Jake rise up. There ain't no organization. Them man from there can't turn up. These men have got beef. You can't even have a party. Listen, this is what we do know. You can't have a house rave. Man, no. Tell the truth. House raves are notoriously danger fucking zones, because as soon as you start getting man from certain ends that cross each other, something's popping off. It's risky. And it's always the girls' raves, because girls tend to know man across lines. Oh yeah, come to my rave. Next thing, remember that time when that girl invited us to her birthday thing? And it was in Brixton. Because I know if she's invited us, she's invited this nigga, she don't know that this nigga is ops with this nigga, and they're gonna come to the same fucking party, and we're gonna be there,
don't wanna be that
and shit gonna fucking go down. And that's Jake. And everyone knows it's true. And it's always the bitches raves, because the bitches know niggas across lines. Niggas can't come together nowhere in any amounts. Hey, bro, I wasn't gonna go there, bro. That shit was risky to me.
You better, man.
Yeah, man, I ain't fucking going there, man.
Because you don't have to be a part of it to get involved in all this.
Oh, man. Well, I ain't getting hit by no stray bullets. Go on now.
Yeah, verse Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee."
Look, we need the help because right now we have enemies that have us on the full spectrum dominance, man. They dominate us in every way. All of our people, influential people in our nation are all bought and paid for.
Yep.
They're all bought and paid for. All these fucking celebrities, they don't speak up for the people. They're bought and paid for by the corporations and the elites, and they do exactly as they're told to get to the bag. All the women are whores, and they promote whoredom, and the niggas promote niggerdom. And when to stand up for what's right, they'll never be there. They'll never be there. They'll never be there to say what's right, because they don't want to fuck up the bag. Bullshit, man. They're part of the psychological operations against their own people. Who else we got? The only people we got is the prophets, man. The prophets are the only one that's standing firm, man. That ain't taking the bag. And they don't want to fuck with the prophets, man. So
It's both sides.
It's peak.
You know what I'm saying? There's no helping you then, isn't it?
Them niggas
That's why
look
you're
up
going
to
to be
Jay-Z.
destroyed. The library will be destroyed. There's no
Them
helping you.
Them niggas look up to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's bought and paid for, man. Them niggas told you to get the, you know what, man? All them niggas stood there and told you to get the V to the Vise, man. They told you to get it, man. Because the big pharmaceutical companies, man, they work for them.
Yep. Endorsed.
How many of them came out and told you not to take it? Don't trust it. Nah, because they know that was gonna fuck up the bag. So they ain't got no fucking integrity.
Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded.
All of these nations are going to be militarily dominated, man. It tells you that in Revelation, the 19th chapter. The Lord is coming, and in righteousness he's going to judge and make war. When he comes with the holy angels, all these nations are going to be left in disarray. All their mighty men are going to be dead. And what's going to be left? All the pussy-holes, man. All the women and the pussy-holes, man. And they're going to have to bow down. They're going to have to humble themselves.
Lashes.
So it tells you that, was it? Isaiah 34th chapter, man. The fury of the Lord is upon all the armies of the world.
Yep.
The Lord's going to take up all these mighty men. What do they call them? The Iranian special units. I call them the immortals, man. The Persian immortals. Because they're the Persian immortals in the reincarnation. What do they call the Al-Quds or something?
Not the Revolutionary Guard one.
The special unit ones. There's a special unit that cuts.
Revolutionary Guard.
Yeah, that's right.
Ain't they got like the Al-Quds or something like that? Anyway, yeah, whatever them niggas are, man. They're like the top dons, man, the special units. They're gonna all die, man. All these military men are gonna die. And then what they're gonna be left with? Nothing. My man Abdi from the corner store, that's who's gonna be left with. He's going into slavery. Go on.
Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them, and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord thy God, Yahweh, who hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. We're defenseless right now. The worm is a defenseless creature, man. But right now we're defenseless. Esau has his way with us, man. No homo. And that way though. You know what I'm saying? But Esau does what he wants with us, man. The Lord is going to strengthen us. The Lord is going to hold our hand. The Lord is going to defeat our enemies for us, man. Right? So fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee.
So why is he not saying human? Why is this not a humanity thing? Because they want to talk about the Bible like it's a mankind thing, it's an all humanity thing. But I'm just hearing the Lord batting for Israel against everyone else.
That's why he calls himself the God of Israel.
Oh.
That's the title. I never heard of God of Moab, him being the God of Moab. I've never heard that. Never seen that.
He never said he gonna fight for Moab.
You know? God, Yahweh is the God of Israel. Right? It says, fear not thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer. Lord Yahweh is our Redeemer. Okay?
To buy it back, man.
The Holy One of Israel. He is separated from everybody else too. The holy means separate, right? God is not dealing with the other nations, he's separate from them. He ain't trying to deal with them, he's dealing with us. He's not their God in terms of their power, their defense. He's not. He's our defense.
And that's why they don't want you to identify. They don't want you to identify with your true identity, which is an Israelite. They don't want you to identify with being that seed of Abraham, because there's power in that. Because we have a contract with the Most High. We have a covenant with the Lord. We have sure promises that we can call upon and rely upon. They don't want you to do that. They want you to be into everything else, Christianity and
Why does the gate?
yeah, they want you to be on this
Why
foolishness, man.
Bullshit.
They want Egyptologists and all this foolishness, man.
Yeah.
Islam.
Verse 15 says, behold, I will make thee a new, sharp, fresh instrument, having teeth. Teeth represents power. Because right now we ain't got it. We ain't got it right now.
And that means a sharp, fresh, having teeth, tear flesh. Terrible. That's not nothing nice about. Listen, sharp. One thing we do know is there's nothing nice about sharp teeth.
No, sound nice.
Hey, go watch. Type in wild dogs attack deer in YouTube, and you see wild guan.
In prison side.
And when they go for that soft, there's a reason they call it the soft white underbelly, because that's where they go for. They instinctively go for the soft white underbelly, and because it's easy to tear out, man. Not nice. Hey, this thing ain't gonna be nice. For all of you who think the kingdom of heaven is gonna be this place where it's all niceties, it's basically gonna be like a Disney production. It's gonna come like one of them like when they make it a 12 or there ain't no blood. You never know. In a 12 there won't be no blood. Oh, there's gonna be blood. You best believe there's gonna be blood. It's gonna be an 18 plus. You best believe.
R-rated.
R-rated. That's what it used to have back in the innit? R, innit? X-rated, man. Right? People are gonna be getting terrible deaths, man. Jeez.
You already know what the Most High is on, man. You just look at things that happen throughout history, man. The Most High was some terrible shit. Gruesome shit.
Yeah, I was watching another one of them videos from them cartels, man. Oh boy, them cartels, man.
The Most High is the author of that judgment, man. And this is the man with the power you're messing around with, man.
Terrible judgments happen in the earth all the time. Terrible, terrible, terrible judgments. And more terrible, it's just there won't be no terrible judgments on us. There's some terrible judgments on these nations and you Edomites, man.
I say, we're speaking graphic, man, but the Most High is more graphic. Most High is terrible, man. You've got some graphic things going on in the earth right now. Alright, and you're going to experience some of that. This is, behold, I'll make thee a new sharp, fresh instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, which is the nations. Right? And beat them small. And shall make the hills as chaff. Right? Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away. And the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel.
We're going to celebrate. So all this bullshit about hate speech and these guys are hateful, bro, the scripture's saying we're going to rock you up, yeah, and we're going to celebrate with it. We're not going to mourn. We're not going to be, I don't want to have to do this. No, we're going to, when you lift a man's head in the air, yeah, and then there's boot the head. Yeah.
We're gonna be acting like we just won the World Cup, the fucking Champions League,
Football, everything.
everything. That's how we're gonna be moving, doing backflips. You know, Jake. We're gonna be dancing because it has to be a dance. We're gonna make up, you know, Benjamin. We're gonna have a dance. You know, head removal dance, man. You know what I mean? Hey. You know what I mean? A Edomite head removal dance, man. We're gonna, Jake will make up a dance for every blood clot thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing all the dances, man.
Verse 17 says, when the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them.
The Lord is gonna be there for us, man. And this is talking about the elect. When the poor and needy, man, we're gonna need things because things are gonna get hard out here. But this is why we're reading these prophecies, and we're reading where the Lord said he's gonna take care of us. Not Esau. Fuck Esau. Let Esau go do what he does best. Go suck something, man. Because that's what he's good at. Let him go do that. When he come with the chip and all that, and he trying to threaten you and all that stuff, you just tell Esau, no thank you. I don't need you. I do not need you. Yeah, I have a higher power, and I'd rather die than acquiesce to a batty man. How about that? I'd rather die than acquiesce to a foul creature such as yourself, to a transgender, yeah, to a demon. It's better off to just die and go to the spirit world than to know that I bow down to you, because you are nobody, man. Esau is a worthless pink piglet, man, that needs to be destroyed. So when he come with that, oh, I ain't got no water. Esau's like, oh yeah, I can get you some water. Yeah, how can you get yourself the water? And keep it. The Lord is gonna provide. My branches are getting but it's good. It makes the tree strong. Every now and again, the weak branches need to get that wind to prune off anyway. You know, and then the earth is gonna devour that anyway, and that's gonna feed the grass. Such as nothing gets wasted in the earth. Even the Edomites, when you die, you're gonna feed the earth as well. But righteousness, yeah. So go on. It does.
So when the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them.
Them. Because when it says the poor and the needy, it ain't talking about the fucking heathens. It's talking about us, the Israelites. The Lord is going to be there to provide for us, whether it be food, whether it be security. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't take the main reason why a lot of our people are going to take the chip is going to be for food. They go, Esau, oh yeah, we got some food here, just come. Listen, man, don't fuck Esau, man. The Lord, the Bible tells you the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. The Lord created this whole universe and the food that's in it through word of mouth. He can create. The Lord can provide. And the Bible tells you that the Lord is ever present in the time of danger. He ain't far. He ain't got to come from nowhere. It don't work like that. He's here. He can help you right now at this time on this mic. Right now on this mic. Yeah? The Lord can do it, man. He could do what Esau can't do. So Esau's not the savior. We have a deliverer. We have a savior. Esau's the fucking enemy.
Never to be trusted.
So don't take the mark of the beast, man, which is the implantable RFID chip. Don't receive it. Don't do it, man. Yeah, have some dignity, man. Have some dignity, man. Don't lose your dignity for the sake of a guy that sniffs farts, man, and drinks piss for fun.
That's comes down to that integrity, man. They're showing that integrity in the face of adversity.
This guy's fucking buying women's dirty boots so he can fucking lick the soles. Fuck this dude, man. Nah, for real though, the guy's a fucking pervert, man. He got a perverse spirit. Bow down to this guy. Buying shit in a bag. Fuck this dude, man. Got these bitches making millions, man. Selling diarrhea, man, and we're gonna fucking bow down to this guy. Like, on the real, man. Dude's got money. This dude's with money. You know what I'm saying? This dude's with money, bro.
It's foul fetish, you know.
Foul fetish ass dudes, and you don't know what to do. Take chip, man. Tell Esau to go kick rocks, man. That's the way I see it, man. Forget that guy. He ain't right, man, and it ain't gonna sit right in your soul if you had to sell your soul to him, man.
Yeah.
He's too low in the earth. You might as well bow down to a dog and worship a dog or something, man. Forget all that, man. Just worship the Most High, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But we're hearing in the scriptures, the Lord is gonna provide.
Yep.
Book of Psalms, chapter 3, 33 and 18. Behold, the eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine.
Right, to keep us alive. Because the elect are not going to die by wild dogs and all that. That's for the wicked. Now, there's certain members of the elect that, for the purposes of, because remember, the scripture said, not even death can separate you from the love of the Heavenly Father. So there has to be men that go through that. So there's going to be men that are martyrs for not receiving the mark, and you have to take that willfully. But in terms of like the nuclear missiles and like getting jumped by thugs in the street, that's not the path of the elect. The elect is going to be protected from all that. That's the judgment for the wicked. So we don't have to worry about all that, man. Starving to death is not for the elect. The elect are not going to be starving to death. That's for the wicked. The elect are not going to be,
in these last days.
No,
Right,
that's not for the elect. So don't worry about all that. The Lord will provide. Just be faithful unto death, and the Lord is going to deal with us, man. But a lot of these, like Johanna and all these guys, man, the minute they think they can't get some food, they're not going to look to the scriptures and look to the Lord. They're going to take that chip so they can get some government cheese.
They're going to look to their master.
That Soylent Green, that's what they want.
You know, their master's Esau, man. And that's what this whole taking the chip business is. Who is your Lord, man? Who do you worship? Who's the master over you? Is it the so-called white man? Is it Esau? Or is it the Heavenly Father?
Esau, man.
You know?
Dude, pink, man. Anyway, go on, man. Soft. You don't do pink, man. That's not manly. Go, man.
Isaiah 41 verse 18 says, I will open rivers in high places,
Yeah.
and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water.
Now, this is actually going to happen physically for us, but even spiritually, that's already happening. Because the water can also, the thirst in the water can also represent the thirst for spiritual things. So really, spiritually, these things have already happened. The elect were wanting, the elect were thirsty, and the Lord provided for the elect, which is this word. But the Lord are also going to do that physically. Well,
I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittim tree, and the myrtle, and the olive oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree, and the pine, and the box tree together, that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord have done this.
that's the rejuvenation of the land. Because right now, the land over there ain't rejuvenated. It ain't as Eden. It's a wilderness over there in the Israeli state. It's down bad, man. They got to be digging down into the earth to steal water and all kind of madness, man. That man ain't right over there. The Lord is not blessing that place. That's not the Eden. That's not the Garden of Eden. That's the Garden of Heathen right now. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of dick sucking circumcisers over there, man. Pink City, Tel Aviv and all that. They stink. They ain't right. They're heathens, man. They're not the people of the Lord. They are imposters, man. And the Lord, don't worry, because you see where they are right down there? That ain't the best place to be, you know that. Not when the Lord turn up that heat over there in the Middle East.
catch fire too.
Them man are gonna be wanting to get planes out of there, but there ain't gonna be no planes to get out of there. And the Iron Dome ain't gonna save them.
So that they may
Benjamin, that's a real Jew. He's still in power, right?
Yeah.
How?
How, innit? He's like been in power forever, like, you know.
Yo, not a real Jew is a serious gangster, bro. But you could tell his spirit. Hey, if you even go back, that dude's spirit, man, he got to be the guy that's gonna lead them man into destruction. If you look at the staunch spirit that's on that devil, man, if you look at him in the pictures when he was young, man, he always was some cold bear, man. He a real gangster, man. So yeah, it don't surprise me. Even with all these allegations, he's still in it. Crazy. That dude might be fucking pilot or some shit, man.
Verse 20 again says that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord have done this.
He might be Herod, man. That dude might be Herod, man. The way man's so staunch in there in these last days, man. They can't get rid of this guy, man. Maybe he's Herod and he's there to catch some destruction, man. They can't get rid of the dude. I thought the dude was gonna be out of there like 3-4 years ago. Bare scandals. How's man still? I don't get it. What kind of justice system they running over there, man? Injustice system. Man.
That they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord hath done this, and the Holy One of Israel hath created it. Produce your cause, saith the Lord. Bring forth your strong reason, saith the King of Jacob. Let them bring forth and shew us what shall happen. Let them shew the former things, what they be.
Just going into hospital.
Was it?
Yeah.
That we may consider them and know the latter end of them, or declare us things for to come.
That's right, man. Listen, we brought forth the prophecy of our Lord. Bring forth your prophecy. Let's see what you say is going to happen. Let's see if what you say is going to happen is going to come to pass. And everyone's had their opportunity on TikTok, YouTube, to say what they think is the future. Well, say what you got to
Everyone
say.
got to say now, innit?
We all got to
Everyone
say,
got to say something.
right? But what you're going to find out is what we're saying is what's going to happen. And it's unique because ain't no one even saying nothing close to what we're saying. Not even the Christians, because they goofy. They don't understand the prophecies.
That's why it's so outrageous to people. Because it doesn't fit in line with anything the rest of the world teaches, man. Because we're not of the world.
Yo, this dude's 73, blood.
What's going on? We're younger than Bible. He's been in Bible for a long time, man. As long as I can
Bro.
remember.
The man's been around, blood. The Most High's keeping him in there. I thought he was out of there, man.
You're old enough to retire, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be doing all of this.
Apparently they got loads of protests over there. Yeah, it's in disarray, man. Come on, man. Yeah. Okay, he dehydrated. That's why he's going to hospital. Let's see. The nigga dehydrated in a land of Israel, man. The Garden of Eden. He's down bad. How you getting dehydrated and the land's supposed to be rejuvenated according to them? 1948. So you think when we go back into the land, there's going to be a bread that's going to be dehydrated? When there's all the brooks and the springs and the waters. But how's he getting dehydrated? He's the man is prime minister of the country and he dehydrated. What? According to them anyway. Too much coke.
Verse 23, shew the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods. Yea, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together. Behold, ye are of nothing, and your work of naught. An abomination is he that chooseth you.
These idols, man, and their prophets, and their ministers, and their priests. Abomination. And they're all going to be brought low and destroyed. That's another thing that's going to be destroyed when the Lord comes. All these idols and their priests and their prophets. All these idols and their ideologies. Prince Seller, the fucking slut people. All of that. They're going to be destroyed, man.
Verse 25, I have raised up one from the north, and he shall come. From the rising of the sun shall he call upon my name, and he shall come upon princes as upon mortar, and as the potter treadeth clay, who have declared from the beginning, that we may know, and before time, that we may say, he is righteous. Yea, there is none that sheweth, yea, there is none that declareth, yea, there is none that heareth your words. The first shall say to Zion, behold, behold, behold them, and I will give to Jerusalem one that bringeth good tidings.
Ooh. So who the good tidings for? The good news, the gospel, which you've been reading, is for the Israelites, man. It's redemption. It's restoration. But it ain't good news for the other nations because we've been reading it. Then we're going to get broke up. The Lord's going to come against them. So the good news ain't good news for everybody. There's a big difference. You know? Big difference.
It says, for I beheld, and there was no man, even among them, and there was no counselor, that when I asked them, could answer a word. Behold, they are all vanity. Their words are nothing. Their molten images are wind and confusion.
Beautiful. That was it on that, man. That's beautiful, man. That's why we gotta constantly bring out prophecy, because the Lord's prophecy must be made known. So when these things come to pass, the credit can go where it's due.
That's right.
And no one can say, other than the men that spoke in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that they said that. Because the Muslims ain't saying what we're saying, the Christians ain't saying what they're saying, the Hindus ain't saying what we're saying, fucking the Judaism and all them fucking goofy Kabbalists, they're not saying what we're saying, right? The Egyptologists, damn, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. They're just on some next planet. They don't know what's going on with them. The Aborigines and whatever the hell they believe in, whatever they're doing, all that business that they're doing, you know. Crikey, mate, and all that. Yeah, they whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the people, what the ideology. The occultists ain't saying what we're saying. Now that's the main one. Esau, Edom, and Klaus Schwab and Atari. What's that? Avari. You ruled that demon.
Noah.
Noah did that demon. What's he? Well, he's saying what he believes is the future because he's a false prophet. You can read his books. Well, that skinny ass Amalekite gonna be in the kingdom getting his back whipped, and he gonna let out a scream like a gal, like a big pussy gal. That's what he's gonna sound like when he get whipped. And then we're gonna ask him if you feel like a god now. How does it feel? Yeah, you know, you're gonna let out that screech like a big pussy gal, man. You ain't even gonna be making female gestures, female noises, man. When we hit man with that whip. This skinny little rat, disrespectful prick, disrespecting the Most High on live TV, man. We don't rate that, man. So in the kingdom, we're gonna put your arrogance to the test. We're gonna see how many whips it takes to get to your spine. Be a balling, blood.
You're gonna find it spineless, bro.
Spineless. It ain't gonna be spineless after that whip start touching them nerves. Yeah, we're gonna wanna know, like, so God don't exist, no? You beyond God? Okay, so then you beyond this whip then. Deliver yourself from this. Let off that big pussy girl noise, man. Go on, you got something?
Yeah, yes.
He gonna be screaming, bro. And it's always them dudes. Them super proud dudes that's got the most to say, disrespecting the Most High. As soon as he get touched with that whip, yeah, I guarantee you he gonna be balling worse. You ever seen them videos where a Komodo dragon is chasing a goat? Yeah, but he be making the maddest screams. He's the same big pussy dude that's gonna be crying hard. You're gonna have to put something on his mouth, man. Muzzle him, man, because he ain't gonna want to take the whips. But you hear disrespecting the Most High, like you above the Most High. You're better than the Most High.
Smarter, you know.
Alright.
You see how smart it was.
We're gonna see. We're gonna put all that arrogancy to the test. Guys like that, they're not even gonna be in slavery. They're gonna be just under some serious punishment, man. Some real torture. They're gonna be humble, man. They're gonna declare. He surely shall declare the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushai when we're finished with him. He will declare all the glory. No, he gonna know. He gonna declare the power of the Lord, man, in the earth, man, before all men. He gonna have faith, bro. You best believe, man, because we're gonna whip the shit out of that dude, man. They're balling that man gonna be under, blood, because it's disrespectful. He have to pay. You did that in front of the whole world. You can't talk like that in front of the whole world, man. Just like Polite. But you know what? But Polite, he an Israelite, so he gonna get what's coming to him, and it's gonna be over. You, boy, we gonna see you in the kingdom, man. And then we're gonna. Remember, the Lord's gonna give us that spiritual Google, man. So we're gonna know exactly who and where you are, man. You're gonna have to answer for your shit. Every idle word which a man shall speak, they will have to make an account thereof in the day of judgment, man. You've been talking the most, brother. You've been talking a lot. Oh no. Unbelievable shit he been saying, man. Maybe we got the technology. In the past, the God of the Bible could punish you. But now we have the technology. Oh, okay. So he can't punish you now. Okay, cool.
Brian. You gonna feel it. You gonna feel that way.
Does it feel like punishment? God. Maybe you gotta have some technology for his back. Switch off the nerves that's going to his brain. God, no. Take his tongue out. That's what needs to happen. Or bite his tongue, get his tongue bitten by some scorpion or some shit.
This is the book of Jude 16 and 17. Woe to the nation that lies up against my kindred. The Lord Almighty will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment, in putting fire and worms in their flesh, and they shall feel them and weep forever.
Oh boy, it's terrible what's coming down the pipeline, and we're almost there. Right now, Esau, his arrogance, he's pushing forward with his system, and there's going to be more things to happen over the summer. We're just in July. We still got August to go, September. All right. Hey, Esau's going to do things. There's more to happen. You see what was going on in France? Hey, there's more things that's going to pop off. Because Esau, he have a short time, and it tells you that in Revelation, the 12th chapter. So he gonna start moving faster and faster. There's gonna be more chaos and more chaos, because he needs the chaos in his ideology to bring his mark. But guess what? The Lord also needs the chaos, because it's prophecy.
To bring forth his destruction.
To bring forth the judgment, man. So he's really pulling Esau strings, man.
Yep.
Is that it on that?
Yeah, that's this one.
If you got anything, and then we'll close up.
So this first Ezra 4 and 8. As for truth, it endures and is always strong. It lives and conquers forevermore.
You can't suppress the truth, man. You can't hold the truth down. Esau's been trying to do that, but now like, he's losing a handle on it. He's losing a handle on it, man. And the truth about to rush out and smash shit to pieces, man. You know, all the lies are going to be quenched in this world, man. All of them.
Can't. Yeah, the truth is simply reality. The truth manifests second by second. And all the judgment of the Lord is going to be made manifest. And you can't do nothing with reality. You can't. Reality is something that every man has to face. Even if you try and be in delusion, tell yourself this train isn't in front of you, you're going to get hit. Because that's just the reality that's manifesting before you, man. That's the power of the Lord. The Lord, every man has found himself in a situation that he didn't want to believe and he didn't want to be in. You got to bow down to the reality of the situation that's before you, man. And the prophecies, unfortunately for you, Esau and the heathens, is harsh reality of manifestation that's coming down the pipeline. Now for us, there's good manifestation coming down the pipeline. And either way, there's nothing you can do to avoid it. We can't avoid that the Lord is going to bring an end to our captivity and bring us into the kingdom. That can't be avoided. It's just a matter of whether you're of the elect or whether you're not. But if you, either way, it's still, you got to bow down to what it is.
The will of the Lord.
It's the will of the Lord, man. Even Judas Iscariot, man, his reality was set forth before he was born. He had to face that reality, man, that he was going to betray the Lord. That was his destiny, and it manifested.
Against all his better senses. He was going to do it.
Because the truth, man, it is what it is. It's going to manifest into reality, and no one can't stop reality. No one. It doesn't matter who you are. That's why every man has found himself in a situation that he don't want to be in. And that's living proof. Because if you could control reality, you'd always be in a situation that's favorable to yourself.
Like that.
You know them ones where you with a gal and the things ain't working, fam. What, that's it. Hey, what are you man laughing about, man? You old enough to have been there, man. It happens, man. Fuck you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling the truth. Ain't nobody man wanna be in that position. Bro, I've been in them positions, man. You know them ones, bro. You're like, what the fuck is going on, man? I can't operate right now. Hey, and you just wanna tackle yourself, man. You just wanna
It's your fault.
you're trying to focus. You know what I mean? You trying to focus, but the Most High shut you down, blood. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I'm just saying, bro. That's an example.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to be in that position, but
nah.
hey, you had to go through it. You know what I'm saying?
You have to be humbled.
You have to. That's the humility, man. We don't control everything, and that's the ultimate understanding
that makes you humble to understand that really we don't control anything. The Most High is the one in control. We can't control everything. You know, the Most High is ultimately the one that's in control, man. Right? And you could want something to be real bad. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Just end up on the floor.
Yeah, Jonas still got his ass whooped.
You get the egg weight. Anything else?
Just the Abraham one.
Yeah.
This is the book of
Yeah,
Ecclesiasticus
speak, bud.
44 and 19.
Bad man.
Abraham,
Hey, you know, obviously when you're like young, you don't know nothing about that. The older you get, it happens, man. It happens, man. But nobody don't want that to happen to them, bro. Trust me. That's a bad reality right there.
Ask some questions about yourself. Shit.
Oh boy, man. Shit. Good, man.
Ecclesiasticus 44 and 19. Abraham was a great father of many people. In glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Therefore, he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from the leeward unto the outermost part of the land.
That's the dominion of the Israelites.
The Israelites, man.
You know, this earth was made for our sakes. And Yahushua is the king over it all. You know,
Great king, yeah.
that's right.
With Isaac did he establish likewise.
So who was Isaac? That's the seed.
Yeah,
The next generation.
chosen seed that he had.
For Abraham his father's sake, the blessing of all men.
Now, the blessing of all men. Right, this is from an Israelite's point of view. The blessing of all men is talking about all Israelite men. It's not including everyone on the planet.
All of the offspring of Isaac, well, Jacob.
Just like when they said in America, all men are created equal. They wasn't talking about all
Oh,
men.
Lord.
They was talking about among themselves, because they said Jake was 3/5 of a man.
Exactly. They were about to say, because they weren't talking about the whole world, but they weren't even talking about everybody in America.
Yeah,
You
they
know
were
what I'm
talking
saying?
about among themselves, and they understood that.
Yeah.
Because what's understood ain't gotta be explained. Go on, man.
Niggas ain't shit.
The blessing of all men and the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob.
See, the blessing of all men rested upon the head of Jacob. Because the all men it's talking about is the seed of Jacob, the Israelites.
Yep.
It's not talking about Esau as well. Because Esau's not getting blessed, you morons.
Cast aside.
Esau's being destroyed. So how is he blessed?
Mhm.
How is he included?
But how is the curse supposed to fall upon our enemies?
Think about it, man.
No, man.
Think, Mark. Think.
He acknowledged him in his blessing and gave him an heritage, and divided his portions among the 12 tribes. Did he pack them?
Sons.
That's it, man. So the 12 tribes is that seed. And they're going to be blessed among all the nations. Why? Because that seed, those tribes were scattered among the nations. They're going to be brought from among the nations,
We'll
man.
return to the land.
Out of nations and families and tongues. So they're scattered among them.
And the question is, right? If we got to return to the land, it can only be the seed of Israelites that were in the land to start off with, right? To return. Can't be some spiritual usurper that's gonna come in to take your land.
No.
He wasn't there.
It was clear. It was crystal clear. With Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and then on to the 12 tribes.
Yep.
Simple. All right.
No
So
doubt.
yeah, with that, we're gonna close up. Say Kal
Allah,
Halal,
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shai, Hashem,
Baruch
Baruch
HaKadosh, and double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And honor to you brothers out there teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.